Alright, the big red button's been pushed, everybody. Welcome back. This is Natives in America podcast. It's been a while, I can't even remember. What's it called again? You're listening to your host, Benjamin Juan, and with me as always is Sky Anton.
What's good? What's poppin'?
And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Jayson Juan.
Yo, what up, what up, what up?
Here he is. I don't know what pictures you'll share with me. It's always, I never know what to expect. Why don't you do the intro there and tell us about yourself, who you are, where you're from.
Well,
for anybody who maybe doesn't know you already.
I'm Jayson Juan from Covered Wells. I say I'm from Covered Wells. Mom and Dad kind of grew up. My dad's Jay Juan from the Anton family from out in Tapao, Sales area, and my mom is part of the Choyawa family, Covered Wells, and that's what I call home, is Covered Wells. I grew up, went to elementary school at Santa Rosa Day boarding school. Back in the day, it was a boarding school.
Oh, wow.
Went to the Head Start out there. Camillus was my bus driver, all that. So that's how I grew up. And then my dad was in the Air Force back then, so I grew up with my grandma Mabel. And then when he got out, we moved up to Scottsdale, Mesa area. So, I mean, Covered Wells is home. So, anybody that's not from the res, they're like, hey, where you from? I just say Sales. But if you're from the res in Otham or even Gila River, whatever, somebody, where you from? I'm from Covered Wells. And they know. So, don't get it twisted. I ain't from Sales. I'm from Covered Wells. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, I come from a big family.
I drive through Sales.
Yeah, I drive through Sales, but I'm not from there. Yeah, so I come from a big family, sports. Jeff Juan, Jalen Juan, Jensen Juan. We come from a sports family, so I'm pretty sure you guys know them.
Obviously, Sky does.
Yeah.
Those are all my brothers, man.
Yeah. Same thing like that with you boys. We went to school at Bobble. Like that, when we moved away to Mesa, came back to the res, 7th grade. So then that's when I started meeting people like you guys and stuff. Because, before I was in Santa Rosa out there. Then I became a cougar. I was over there, became a cougar. So I put in my cougar time. And then I moved up, became a warrior, and graduated right there.
Same class.
Yeah, right. But hold on. Because then most people, they're like, I tell you, most people go to high school for 4 years. I did 5, okay?
Did you?
Yeah. Because my senior year, I fucked around so much ditching and not going to school. Like 5 days before the last day of school, I'm walking to the bus. Arnold Anton comes out with a pink slip and he says, Jayson Juan, boom. We'll see you next year. And I'm supposed to be a senior. I'm supposed to graduate in 5 days. I pulled out that pink slip. I looked at it and said, tardy. Boom, 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 boom. 45 tardies. So many absences. And they got me, man.
That's what it does. They wait that late. Just drop it on you. 5 days.
Yeah, so what they did was just suspended me for the rest of the school year for ditching and all that.
Oh, shit.
So I didn't get to finish it off.
Oh.
But so when I came back that next year, I graduated I went to school with your brother Ronnie.
Yeah.
We went over to the alternative. Yeah.
The car wash.
When I did that, a lot of people were like, I knew you weren't going to graduate. I knew you weren't going to finish. Even my brothers and sisters like, you'll probably be a window washer. I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, man, fuck these guys. So I went and enrolled myself and went back and put that 5th year, got a little bit more knowledge.
I totally forgot that, it's not like you're dumb, because you're intelligent, you're smart, so like,
I was just naughty, dude.
I still put you in our class.
Yeah, when people ask me, I said I graduated 04. Because then, I really, I didn't go back to that school. I went to the alternative, and I kind of just laid low and just did what I had to do just to graduate, just to get my diploma. So it was cool. Yeah, then like that, they wouldn't even let me go to the graduation that year.
What?
I tried to go. They stopped me at the gate and said, you're suspended. You're not allowed on
No shit.
property.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even go watch you guys
celebrate with your people.
Yeah.
Damn.
But afterwards, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. You still celebrated.
There is a
people.
Yeah.
There was a piazza.
Oh, there was I was in the limo with Jody and Clayton and all those
Wait,
guys.
did you still like dress up and celebrate, or?
Yeah. I celebrate. I had a good time.
Huh.
But yeah, so I had to go back and do alternates. So when people say that, I'm like, you only went to high school for 4 years. I did 5. I'm a little bit smarter.
I chose to stay.
Yes.
Just to get another.
Yeah, man. So red shirt or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so like that from sales. My dad's Jayson Juan, Pastor J. My mom's Annette Choyawa. Cover Wells, Choyawa family, Joaquin Choyawa. So yeah, that's pretty much a little rundown of who I am.
Do you still remember your classmates in Santa Rosa?
Yeah.
Or like kids you went to
school? Like Mark and Andrew Seraficio, Jamie Joaquin. Yeah, Lyle Ramon, but he ended up coming up to Bobble. Even when he was at Bobble, he would stay with us at the house right there in Sales.
I know he was from out there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess where did he come from?
Yeah.
Huh.
Lyle, who else? I mean, I could probably go down the list.
Yeah,
if I had a yearbook in front of me, I know him. Yeah. It was. I was telling that too. I said I got the heart of a warrior, fight of a cougar, I'm a ram and the braids of a ram.
It's kind of a trip that there's those 2 major schools, and that's it. Like, those are your options out there.
Yeah.
And some people will never. There's a bunch of people I've never met, but they went to a different school right there. But they're right there, same land, same people. But I've never met them. We might have never met you at some point. Like if things just didn't work out the way they did.
Yeah, I would have went to T.O., been a Tweety Bird or something.
Yeah.
Well, like in my head, when we first met, I thought you were like at Bobble the whole time.
Oh yeah, because
he came never really learning any of that. So I'm learning something new. But
I was telling the kids the other day, I was like, yeah, Coach Sky, I should cheat off his papers. I was sitting next to him looking. All of them? I said, no, I just get some of them. Some of them I get wrong, but then I take them.
I remember, I think it was Brungart. We had that class.
Yeah.
And was it Brungart?
Brungart was it?
That was
a grandpa there, man.
Brungart
left. It was in that class, but
I remember him from my middle school.
Baseball and everything, Brungart.
Yeah.
Okay, he did baseball. All right, I forgot
what was
that.
he? Social studies or something?
That was like government.
Yeah.
And then we had Miss Cox's class together.
Miss Cox, I don't remember her.
Remember where you put the egg in the basket and you drop it and do all that home ed or whatever it is?
That shit wasn't my teacher.
Okay, remember when we were in the trailers back there? No, this was
Cougar days. Well, I was gonna say the Cougars don't exist anymore. They're Warriors too now.
Are they?
Yeah, they changed it. Well, they wore the same uniforms in middle school. They took like the old high school uniforms and handed them down to the middle school, and then they became Warriors too.
I don't know.
I didn't think there was Cougars anymore.
Fact check that.
I'm gonna.
I'm pretty sure, dude. I could be wrong. All right, but I don't. I think we were kind of the last couple generations of Cougars. I don't think there's Cougars anymore.
Because I know there's the Road Runners.
Are they still Road Runners?
Road Runners.
Yeah, I think they threw in a new one.
I don't think they're. I don't know.
Wait, did we have intermediate back in our day, or was it something else?
It was primary. No, there was intermediate though. Yeah, no.
I remember 6th and 7th grade. I was at the trailers behind the old high school, the new area that has become Pima TLCC has become TLCC. Those trailers, those little I don't know what the fuck you call them, modulars.
Yeah.
So I was in middle school there, and I remember Brungard and all those teachers.
I never.
That was my 7th and 8th
Mr.
grade.
Shaw, remember Mr. Shaw?
Well, you guys might remember Mr. Shaw. I don't
No,
think I
he
remember.
was there. He was the one with the Garfield. Had Garfield everywhere. Smoked all. He was next to Miss Pishpa's room.
I remember Miss Pishpa. I don't know. Jeez.
Yeah, I think he was science.
The funny thing is, a lot of that shit melts together when I start going back in my head. Like what year was it? Like 99?
It was probably like
98, 99 for me in 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Hey, trip out because then the football team, they made it back to the state playoffs this year.
No shit.
I was reading the newspaper. Bobo makes it back in 20 years. I feel old, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah, so, I mean, you guys know what that cougar life was like. But anyway, she was a little white lady with glasses, looked like Ellen DeGeneres or something. Miss Cox.
Miss Cox.
She was, so the modulars were over here, and she was in that first classroom in the high school side. Miss Campillo's class, the computer class was over here, and she was just, yeah. That's a lot.
I still see her.
That's a lot to remember.
I think I'm tripping, but I feel like I still see her at my work.
Your dreams?
Yeah, my dreams.
Yeah, I would never forget her. Yeah, she was cool. I always bush her. Hey, I can't find the space bar. She'd come over. You know, oh, Jayson.
Just sitting there smiling.
Yeah. Control Alt Delete. Yeah, man. But so that cougar life was wild. You already know. Then the high school. When we went, you played football, didn't you? Yeah.
It's just my senior year for high school.
Yeah. So I mean, there's people that didn't even come out during. You know what I mean? That was fun.
I wish I did. The more I think about it, every year just.
Yeah. That we have fun back there. Yeah. When they said that 20 years, I'm like, yeah, man. Because we went up to what was it? Hayden or Heber that one year when it was snowing, the ball would go up into the smog and then come out.
Oh shit!
It was cold. There was snow on the ground and everything, and we got our butts kicked that year. Then we come back again the next year, dominated, did good. Go up to Phoenix. We went up to Phoenix and got our ass kicked again.
Yeah. Was that the Christians?
Yes.
Fuckers, yeah.
Yeah,
That was a rivalry, man. They were good.
They handled us. It was good, though. I mean, the experience and just saying that. I was there, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of the coaching that I do, I don't really glory days with them, but I know what it takes. I was there.
Yeah, I'm a part of that.
Yeah. They didn't believe me when we were saying that. I was like, damn. I was on that team.
Yeah,
and they're like, yeah, right. And start doing the math. I'm like, fuck, I'm old. I'm getting up there. I still try to, when I'm out there at practice, I be trying to outdo them. You know,
bring that shit.
I'm over there running, trying to knock somebody's head off. They got a lot of new talent coming into Bobble, man.
Sounds like it.
I wish that the rec would be more involved with that, because, man, that really turned out a lot. Like, I mean, the kids that come through, the Buendias, and just, you had a couple Lopez boys a while back. Like, the rec's not doing anything. I wonder what's going to happen 5-10 years from now. It's not going to be as good as it is right now. And people can be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What would you go into that a little deeper? What you mean by direct doing something? Like, are they doing something now that, or that you think might go away, or are you saying they need to be doing something?
They need to be doing something.
Like what?
Like,
and who's rec? Like, are you talking the cells rec
I'm
center?
talking about the whole education department rec center for the nation, not just Cells Recreation, not just San Simon, Pacifico, whatever.
Yeah.
The year after I graduated, I remember we were running baseball, football, and then flag football, and doing stuff like that with the kids.
Basketball leagues, yeah.
And then remember there was a Boys and Girls Club and the rec, so the rec had comp. Now the rec don't have no competition, they just sit back and do a volleyball night, a basketball night, open gym, and they don't really put no effort into actually doing something.
There's no programming. Yeah, it's not. It's just a building.
That's what me and Sky are always talking about on here is we're the adults now.
Yeah.
And it's on us to do that. So maybe you,
I've been doing this since the year I graduated. 18 years old. The year I graduated, I started volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club. I started coaching baseball. I started coaching football. Just recently, within the last 10 years, I started coaching rodeo and doing other things.
Yeah.
Is there a funding issue? Is there, like, what do you think this source is? Just people willing to do it? Volunteers?
Yeah, funding is not an issue. All these sports and everything I've done, funding is not an issue. It's finding individuals that are going to have the same vision as you and pursue it. Some people will have that vision, but they don't want to put the work in. And I learned that when I started coaching my own team. Like, I set a schedule. We're running practice 4 o'clock every day. I have to be here 4 o'clock every day. Doesn't matter if I have 3 kids or if I have 10. If they know I'm there, I got to be consistent. I gotta do, like I said, some days it'll be 3 kids. We're still going to run practice. We're still going to be here for 2 hours and do our thing. Some people will see that, and it'll happen for a week, and then they get discouraged. And then they don't. And, my thing is, I would get the kids that suck. I would go after the kids that suck. I would go after the naughty kids and coach them up and be like, hey, we're going to go against those guys in 2 weeks. I'm going to show you what you need to do. Let's do it. Right? Get the fat kids. Get the kids that nobody wants. Get the B team. Turn them all into stars. I show them, like, not really cheating, but the tricks. You know what I mean? I show you the tricks.
Like what?
Like, okay, this is one that nobody likes, but I'll do it. For pitching, you get a good guy who's in the batter's box, throw it right here on the inside corner. Jam him up, make it harder for him to hit. If you hit him,
so you're controlling his body basically with the ball.
If you hit him, sorry, take your base. At least he didn't hit a home run on you. You know what I mean? So that's a little...
So strategy. You teach them strategy.
And another one is football. Like, they don't know the forearm shiver. They don't know the chop block. They don't know the shit that...
under these...
cut it up. Uppercut. Looked at me. And he said, I can't do that. And Joe Meesa's standing right there. And I'm like, yes. And so I'm showing them, boom, doing it to them. They look at Joe. They're like, hey, can you do that? Joe Meesa, well, yeah, he can. Joe, he got in there and started giving it right back to him. So, you show them stuff like that, and it makes it fun for them. They want to play. You show them
something special.
Yeah, you show them how to blitz the right way. You tell them blitz. They don't, all they know is get in there. But once you show them how to move their body, how to work shoulders and shoot gaps and stuff, it makes it fun for them, and they start learning. Same thing on defense, you teach them to be physical. They kind of play scared or whatever, but once you teach them to be physical, you tell them, I don't care. If they throw a flag, I don't care. Just play physical. You have fighting and stuff, then it makes it interesting, and they're like, they get into it. They like to be physical, but they're scared to get in trouble. But once you give them that, I got you, go ahead. Do this, do that. I taught this kid a move, and he's like, I can't do that. Like, yeah, you can. just run his ass over. If he doesn't give up, he's going to break his leg. Sure enough, we were in a game last year, and he did that, and he trucked him, picked him up, and the kid tried to, like, lock his legs in, and he just bulldozed him, lifted him up, threw him, boom, snapped his leg.
Oh.
And he came right, the game stopped, he came and he said, Coach, I did it. I did it. I said, well, you should have laid down. He was trying to muscle you. You got him, and you should have just laid down instead of trying to be the tough guy.
Yeah.
So when you start teaching them stuff like that, I'm not saying go hurt them or nothing, but just play physical, play good. You start teaching them stuff like that, how to steal home plate. You know, I had, I don't know if you guys know Lance Juan from down south. I think he's, what is that, Newfields way down there? Newfields.
I've heard of the Lance, I don't know. The ones out there are probably related to me.
Yeah, they probably are. But he was playing on my team. And
my cousin's younger brother.
I'm pretty sure he is. He might be related to me too.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're in the D-backs tournament, and we're going into extra innings against some team from New Mexico. What? I think where they were the Angels or something. Yeah, because it's Native Americans from all over. You know what I mean?
What?
At that Native American Baseball Invitational.
Yeah.
So we're
for baseball.
Yeah. So we're playing, and it's to go into the Final Four. And Lance is on home, and Lance is a big, heavy-set guy. And I gave him the sign, money. That was still home. So as soon as that pitcher throws the ball, boom, you take a jump. The catcher gets it. When that catcher throws it, when it's in the air, get on your fucking horse and just take off. That big boy started taking off, dude. They panicked. Boom. Pitcher caught the ball, went to throw it back. Lance is already almost home. Missed the ball. Lance slides, makes it home. We score. We're going into the next game.
That's an exciting move right there.
Yeah. So you teach them,
you made it interesting for him.
Yeah, and you teach them stuff like that, man. It makes the game interesting. And you know, another thing too, with all this coaching I did, you know, I'm always yelling, "Hey, Gertie, get your ass in there! What you doing?" So I start coaching bulls, and every now and then you gotta take a fucking bull. Sometimes, you know what I mean. Baseball, whatever, foot race. Basketball, you get in a foot race. But we were at practice one day, and these kids are scared of this bull. And I'm like, "Get in there, man."
All right, what are you talking now? Are you talking rodeo?
Rodeo.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing bull. We're at bull practice, and I'm telling them, get in there. Just he ain't gonna do nothing to you. He just want. And they said, well, you get on. You show us. Oh, fucking give me a rope. Well, fucking got on, pull the rope, no vest. Fucking take notes. Outside. Over that gate, that bull fucking went boom. Like 3 jumps into it. He spun. Boom, I hit the ground. Everything turned black. Everything turned black. And trying to get up. 2 kids come and pick me up off the ground. And man, that woke me up. Like, you're saying all this. You're doing.
I told you, guys.
Yeah, it's not that easy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it made me step back on my coaching on how I do things, because it's not that easy to just tell, get in there, what are you doing? Yeah. You know, hey, you did good, but what can we do different? What can, you know what I mean?
Good.
How can I teach you? What can I do to make things better for you? Because I didn't like that when I got tossed in the dirt and damn near passed out.
Like, oh, that sucks.
Okay. For a week, I couldn't walk. My hips were all jacked. Yeah, it was bad, so... And that's what I said. I'll just be a baseball coach. Race from home to first. I had to get on the bull, man. Dang. Mess with the bull, you get the horns, guy.
Yeah, so, when you were doing this coaching since high school, when did the rodeo part come in? Or has it always been part of what you've been coaching?
No, I would say about 10 years ago, I don't know if you remember, they were having like a lot of the district days and doing rodeos like in Cowlick or Pacinamo, Hickowan, and doing stuff like that. Yeah, and so we would go and we would stock the rodeo. It's like we would bring the bulls. Well, I was working with Marlon Pablo, Mario Pablo, those boys from San Miguel.
Okay.
So it was their cattle. They just needed help running the show and doing stuff. So we would go and help them and run bulls, run steers, ropers, whatever.
Who's we?
It's like it was the crew: Devins, Marlon, Mario, and Alazar would be there. The Gilbert Norris, Big Taki, they were in on it too. Yeah. And so we would just go and just do the rodeo, stock the event, and then next thing you know, like, it started getting big, and I saw that kids wanted to do it, and they just didn't have nobody to help them out or lead them or do anything like that.
Yeah.
So I started meeting up with Talk, and I was like, hey, let's do something. Let's put together something. And I don't have a big rodeo history, but I got some cowboy history, so we just started putting everything together. And some of the boys that I know rodeoed all after high school, through high school, Shane and all them, everybody, you know, even those Weto boys, we would rodeo with them and hit the road and do all that. So when we started stocking them, and then I was like, man, let's do something. So we started running practice at the complex. Kids started coming out, people started buying gear, and so I was like, man, let's do something. And then that led to Sticky Fingers. That's the other crew, yeah. So
for people that don't know, like,
the Sticky Fingers is junior rodeo team that we started. Yeah, when this is when Talk was still alive, when Shane was still alive, and that was the purpose, just to get the kids out there. So it wasn't necessarily bull riding, it's rodeo, everything, roping, or even just working cattle, just doing stuff like that, because that's it should be as easy as a basketball court, you know what I mean? We got all the cattle out there, we got all the open space, we claim to be ranchers and all this and that, so I mean, it should be, you know, something easy for them to do and not foreign to them. They should know these certain things. So so we started doing stuff like that. We put on a clinic with Warren Rubio, had him come out and do ropes and do all that, and there's a video of it on YouTube. I don't know if you guys seen it, but we went to
where can people find it?
I'm not sure, man.
If they're searching on YouTube,
you know, I think it's under NDVS Photography, that one that Chris Antone has, NDVS Photography, and it's just like a rodeo clinic or something. I don't remember this exact link or anything, but it's under NDVS Photography.
So you're doing a clinic?
Yeah, we did the clinic, and after that, it just blew up, and just, kids started coming from left and right, and we started putting on little buck outs and stuff and doing stuff like that. A buck out like with buck bulls. Do calf steers and open bulls, and then people can come and interrupt.
Open riding, like
open, like anybody, old 18 and up, open.
No kidding.
So we would do like calves and steers for the kids, and then do open bull riding. Anybody could come and interrupt, and started giving out buckles and money and doing stuff like that.
Really?
So that was. So
it really blew up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the starting point. It blew up, and I kind of put everything else on hold. Baseball, football. I mean, I still do it, but number one is rodeo. Just with the kids, the amount of kids that would come out, and man, we'd have like 30 kids some days at practice, and just running, and they would come back. They would come back and hang out.
It's a nice turnout.
So I mean, it was a good. So that's what got me, was like, man, kids want to do this. This is something we can do.
Yeah.
And the traveling and all that, man, it was good for the kids and for me, just to get out and see things and meet other people. I met a lot of people through rodeo, and so that's been one of my passions for the last 10 years. I've been coaching like that since I graduated. I was 18, and I'm 37 now. So I've been doing it for a while, man. It's cool to see people like Sky. Even there's kids that I have that I've coached that come up and they're coaching now and they're doing things.
Shit.
Travis Listo, him, and I can't name off the top of my head right now, but there's a few out there. And then even like that, I've had kids like Jesse Fallon, Maurice Garcia come out and go to the Marines and go. Jesse went to go play baseball at Hope University. We got Trent Chavez. He's up in North Dakota playing. And, you know, these are all kids that I've had the time to work with them and do things. So it feels good, you know, to see things, something positive come out of it. And I know that the kids that are coaching are using some of the drills that I put on them and stuff. So I like to see it. I like to watch them just do their thing and hearing from me all those years, yelling at me, now they know what it feels like because they're out there doing that, getting it done, though. So it's cool, man. It's cool. Even my little brother, Jalen, he went to South Point. Graduated. He's never really been out there on the res, you know. He's been up here in the city. And so when he started going to the games with me, the bobble games, and then next you know he's on the sideline. And then next thing you know he's out there coaching.
Nice.
This year he's out there handling it, doing defensive line by himself, doing all that. And
cool.
So it's good, you know, just to see Autumn doing stuff like that, you know, and trying to keep it going and the coaching, keeping the sports going, and
good.
That's what I like. And I always tell them that, you know, the seniors, hey, you know, go do your thing. Whatever you know, you want to go join the army, you want to go work, you want to go to school, whatever. But when the time's right, come back, get back to your community. Do what you need to take care of your people. And man, I was a little shit all through high school. I didn't give anything back. I took from so many people mentally and physically. You know, I was fighting people and doing stupid stuff. And when I got older, it changed, man. And these are my people. Why am I like this? To my own cousins, to, you know, people from the village that we live in a village of just very few people. And I'm over here being an asshole to these people for no reason. So once I started coaching and started giving back and things started changing, started seeing things different and everything, you know, one thing too was with Dane Manuel. With Dane Manuel in high school, me and Dane did not get along. I went to jail for fighting. I was slapping him around all the time. We're at each other every time we seen each other. Graduated. Some of the kids I had been coaching for a while went to middle school. Dane was coaching at middle school. He said, hey, Jason, can you come help me out? Shit, no. It was like 2 weeks later, I'm out there. I'm helping him. We start coaching. We start doing the damn thing. Wow. One day he calls. He's like, hey, so what do you want to do? Oh, let's do this. Let's do that. He's like, all right. Well, I'm going to cut the grass, and I'll see you later on after school. All right, cool. Hang up the phone. And we're talking every day, you know, about practice, about school. We're seeing each other. No, the kids didn't even know what our past was. We never brought it up, nothing. I get ready to go to practice that day. I get a phone call. Hey, did you hear what happened? No. They got struck by lightning, cutting grass.
No.
And I told him, no, just leave it. It's all right. The kids can deal. Well, I'm just going to clean it up around the edges and this. And he fucking got struck by lightning.
I remember that. I forgot that.
And that was an eye-opener to me. Like, you know, all this time through high school, we're at each other, fighting, talking shit to each other. Then once we start working together, we're coaching, we're going to championships. We're the Sonoran Desert Conference Championship. Football, we're kicking ass, we're doing all this. And then that happened. Yeah. And I was like, why? You know, that took a big part of me. Like, why was I like this to this guy all this time, you know? And the little time that we did spend together, shit, we got along, dude. We got along, and it was good. And it was a big eye-opener for me. And I had to have been maybe about 25, 26 when that happened. So
wow.
Yeah, and now his kids, even his kids grow up, and I coached some of his kids, Cedric, yeah, so I mean, man, it's just, life's too short, man, to be messing around and acting like that, you know, and like that, you know, I've been talking about Shane and Big Talk and all those guys, you know, they're gone. Who would have thought, you know, they're gone this quick, man. It's just crazy that, like that, man. It's not worth it to be going out there and acting like that. When you're young, you want to be the guy, you know what I mean? Especially like that. We were wrestling and everything. We're all pumped up, and me, Devins, and everybody. So we're over there picking on people, acting like jackasses and shit. It's just not. It takes a lot out of you to be that person. You know what I mean? And so now, when I coach these kids, and then they go home and they're like, "Hey, Mom, Jason showed me this," and they're like, "Jason? No, not Jayson Juan." "Yeah, I'm going back to practice tomorrow." Like, no, Jason wouldn't do that. I know Jason.
But does it feel like that guy's still there, or?
I battle with him a lot, man, because I just, part of me sometimes I was like, fuck you, say that to people, you know what I mean? But I try to just, all right, have a nice day. But yeah, that person still lives in me. I fight with him. Yeah.
Still there.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away. It's just, it's part of you.
Yeah. And I run into people that just say that, like, you don't remember? I'm like, no. They're like, you just slapped me around and you were just talking shit to me when we were little. You I'm like, dang, I'm sorry, I don't remember that. Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to be that person. Yeah. So like that, you know, when I talk with these kids and sit down and we go through some stuff, I get, you know, I lived it. I tell them, you don't have to be like that. You see them when it's going on. You can read a kid and tell what kind of person he is. You know, he can't bullshit you. So when I see that, I like those kids. That's what I said. I like working with those naughty kids. I like working with those kids that nobody else wants to work with, or that just don't even think he can play ball or do anything. Hey, come in, I'll show you something. You know what I mean? I like that in the community. I like doing that for the community. And just for the people, you know, it makes the people feel good, especially to come out and watch a game. Like when the Jugos was playing basketball, oh man, everybody was there. You know what I mean? Everybody, they need stuff like that because there ain't much to do in Tapao on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Cold field or whatever.
That's some naughty shit.
Yeah. So I mean, to be able to go and watch a game, or you know, your nephew's playing, you go check it out or whatever, you know, go get a pop over, whatever.
I remember when I was a kid, I was super little, like too young to be doing the sports that were out there. I remember there was a huge like tradition of everybody showing up. Like the games are fucking packed. Yeah. Especially football, like that was like the thing to do on the weekend or whatever. It was like, hey, the game's on, we go, and you know, you see all the girls, you know, everybody's there, kind of dress up, you know, but it was like it was an event to go to be a part of, and it kind of felt like that died out for a while, where shit just got quiet and there was no turnout to support the team, you know, like, or if it wasn't very big. It wasn't like the thing people got busy or something, where it's like, the game, I'm not gonna go. But like, I remember as a kid, that was the big thing. Was the high school games, the middle school games. It was like people, it would be packed to the brim, families, everybody happy and like celebrating their team and their kids, and it was supporting and a little more neighborly, I guess, or something. it was really nice. So like to hear you talk about that kind of being rejuvenated, or that someone like you's out in the world. I told this guy too, is like somebody who's putting in the time for the kids. They need that. They all need that. Like we needed that. Like just that's a cycle that'll never end. The kids will continue to come.
Yeah.
And if we just leave them out there in the world, they're not going to have these skills. Like, I'm sure spending their time with you, they're learning life skills, stuff they're going to use the rest of their life, like how they manage problems and each other's, you know, like this whole talking about changing as you grow up and grow older. Is like, I don't want to be that guy anymore. I want to support and do stuff for the people. And I'm sitting here smiling the whole time. Like, you can't see that on this podcast, but I'm sitting here smiling, thinking about it. Like, you guys are out there, the both of you, teaching the kids, the next generation. You're the adults now doing this, and it's good to hear.
Yeah. Well, check this out. So, this is everything that you're saying is pretty much what. So I'm going to this conference that just ended today, but I was in a session, and one of the whole thing is about resilience and like staying who you are. And in this session I was in, they said kids can't be taught resilience. Like, it's kind of already in them, and that changed my whole mind, because I'm always thinking like we're trying to show them this way of life and how to be, this mindset, but yet it's already in them. We just kind of got to be consistent and kind of maybe nudge them into something they're passionate about. Because another thing that I've learned over time is talent isn't really much. It's the heart.
Yeah.
And our kids have a lot of heart. So if someone's motivating them and giving them that knowledge that you're doing, I think, you know, we're in a good place. But yeah, but when you're just one person, you know, you're kind of like, where's everybody else at? Where's everybody else at? But like, our kids got it. They just got to find whatever they're interested in, and they're on it. But maybe I think now in this age we're battling like the outside world, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. So, I would. There's one coach, no names mentioned, but I would get into it with him all the time, because he would be like, Jayson, we don't have what they have. We don't have what other schools. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's on us to coach them up. It's on us to light that fire under them and get them going.
Heck yeah.
They got it. It's just, we got to get it going. We got to help them find it and light it and keep it going. And that would make me mad, because we have the talent. We have the heart. We have all that. It's just finding it and buffing it and making it shine, you know? Yeah. So, I would get into it all the time, because we got talent. We got talent oozing out, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the kids got heart. They got heart, because some of them are big and they're running. Some of them are small and they're running. You know what I mean? So, for somebody to go and say that, oh, we don't have what other schools have. Yes, we do. We got it out here. Hey, and another thing that would make me mad is, like, people started leaving. People started leaving Babo to go to Chimoa, to go to Sherman, to go. When we were in school, nobody left. Nobody left. Yeah, we'll be back
from beginning to end.
We're all there, you know. And now kids are like, oh, I don't like the sports program. I'm going to go play over here. And then they leave. And next thing you know, you're left with 10 kids.
Dude, I think that's that low self-esteem, thinking if I go somewhere else that they're going to have stuff more popping, and yet it's popping here. You just got to be here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I'm all for kids getting out and getting noticed, but you can do the same thing here. You can do the same thing. You know, Baba was making newspapers and doing things for a minute, getting noticed, but when it come to kids leaving, that's when things started falling off. We stopped getting noticed. We stopped making the top of the news, the paper, the charts, whatever we were. You know what I mean? And it fell off. And so I mean, I want Babo to get back to the top, man, in everything: baseball, wrestling. They don't even have a wrestling program right now. I wish they'd bring that back. No. Well, you heard about that little mix-up they had
No.
They had some coach, and he was messing around with one of the students or something. Yeah, so it shit canned the whole wrestling program. Hopefully they bring it back, though. It's been about 10 years since that happened. Well, I don't know who was in the mix.
It's time to start over then.
Yeah. So,
well, Bobble had, I think it was only for a couple years, but they had a men's volleyball season.
I don't know
like that.
Like the 80s?
I would say mid-90s, but I got to fact check. But my cousin Calvin, he played. He said that a lot of the teams that they played against were taller, but like we can play volleyball too.
Classes ranged from hatred to the White Devil, hatred for the White Devil, and volleyball.
Yeah, but that's the heart, you know. We got the heart. We put us in any sport, we probably figure it out and dominate. But we need that heart or that whatever.
And that school's got good facilities. Bobble has some good facilities. They got good basketball court, baseball field. It's nice. Football field's nice. Well, when they maintenance it, it's nice. Yeah, that facility is nice right now. It's popping because they're loving them. They're loving them after this season. Last season was a good one too. Good. Yeah, they started loving us after last season, and they come back, and this year they're doing pretty damn good. So if it wasn't for this broken foot I got right here, I would be out there. I'd be out there. Yeah, I've been down since March.
I was gonna wonder if you were gonna talk about it or not. Like what happened. What's up to you? Whatever.
Long story short, it came down to decisions. And I got comfortable, life was good. I made the decision to go out one night. I was on the motorcycle. Yeah, and I got into an accident, and it set me back bad. You know, like that. It was a wake-up call to me, you know. The decisions I was making, it just got me where I'm at now, you know. I got to put in my time and just heal up and get better and be smart and not making stupid decisions, you know. Money was good, everything, life was good, and I just got comfortable and just went to go hang out where I thought I was cool and it wasn't cool. Got a little crazy, so, you know, like that. You got to, decisions, you know. Yeah, I made the decision to go out that night. I made the decision to go where I was and do what I did, and I put myself in this situation, so, you know, I need to deal with it. It sucks. I regret it. I wish I could go back and change it, but I can't. This is something I got to live with, deal with. But that's another thing that I teach to these kids, you know. Decisions. You say you don't like smoking, you say you don't like beer, you don't like people that are drunk, okay? 5-6 years from now, you're going to be faced with that decision. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? Same thing in class, you know. You have the decision to do your work, or you can sit there and not do anything. You get an F. You can't play. Your parents are mad at you. You made that decision to do that. Yeah, so like that, you know.
I've made quite a few bad calls in my day. I've got experience, is what I'll call it now. And I think you can't really preach about learning, and I don't think there's learning without mistakes. If we're I've come across like, oh God, I could see it coming now, like some badness is coming my way, or maybe I'm making some bad decisions, and it's like from experience, I'm like, all right, I gotta chill the fuck out, you know. I gotta kind of pull it back in here because I'm letting it loose a little here. And when you're in it or you see it coming, like the badness, and you're going through it, it's tough, it's hard, and I have often wondered a few times, like, when is it going to feel okay again? You know, you forget like what it felt like to feel just okay, like normal. because you're dealing with it. You're going through it, and you're under. You're under or behind, and it's like it's tough and hard to go through it. And then it's only once you've gone through it that you can look back and go, okay, I already know. I know now that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be there again.
Yeah.
So, boom, decisions like you say. You got to go from there. I got to decide not to be that anymore.
Yeah.
And you're a fool if you don't learn from that. So like the fact that you're turning it into learning, it's a great example for the kids. The kid, like, I think one thing like you said about being afraid to be in trouble when it was like when they were in the sports. At the same time, being afraid to live is not good either.
Yeah.
So like you gotta have the courage to go out and experience safely, hopefully, and but like you can't learn without living. You can't box yourself up and not go out.
Yeah.
You gotta go out and risk it, I guess.
Well, you can't talk about the river and being in the river till you actually go in and experience it. Then you can talk about it.
Yeah, that was the point too. Yeah,
you can't say nothing.
Only after you've gone through something, it's like you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Or you can try, but you don't know what you're talking about until you've done it. And like I said, I feel like I'm in a good spot now, but I've gone through all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Just poor decisions, whatever. But it's like, hey, I've gone through it now with my boy here. I can tell him like, hey, let me nudge you in the right direction a little bit here, guide you to not do what I did, but make your own mistakes. I think the best thing I can do is not tear him down when he makes a mistake, but say, okay, what did we learn? What are you going to take from this?
Yeah.
Versus jump all over him. So this is I mean, you're going through it now. How you said you're coming out of it? You're feeling you got to go back down again?
I'm gonna have to do. They're gonna go back in and take the metal out, and I got a couple plates and screws in the foot. I broke 4 bones in my foot, so So once I get the bones out, the metal out, and I'm ready to go marathon or something.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully come back stronger like that with the coaching and just pouring into the kids everything, Man, it trips me out how there is the skate park's way out in Gua. So I used to skateboard, and I started writing those letters when I was 13, when I was in middle school and stuff, and there's still no fucking skate park in South Arizona. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Damn. So that's one thing that I want to get on with, because there's still skaters out there. There's still kids that, not everybody wants to rodeo. Not everybody wants to play basketball. Not everybody wants to play football. Yeah. There's some kids that want to skate, and
they gotta have options too.
Yeah, and I got a little bit of background. I can kick foot. I can still kick foot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can land it, but I can get the motion down.
Well, that's what I remember you as a skater.
Yeah.
Well, you evolved.
Hood guy. Hood guy. I was a skater. Avril Lavigne made that song, made me want to skate. No, when I came from the city, we were skating out in the city. So when I came down from middle school, I was already skating. And then I came down, nobody skated. There was nowhere to skate. There was the Bash's Gap, so there was a couple spots, but Now I see a couple kids out there that are still skating, so it's cool. I kind of go over there and just talk with them. They don't know nothing. They just sit there and talk. Let me get on your board real quick. Flip it, walk off, and they can see them looking at me like, he's skating. I got a deck at home, man. I'm just itching, man. My foot because I was going to go to that grand opening of the skate park. I was looking forward to it. Then that happened. Then the foot happened. So I just got that bike too, man. 2023 CBR 600, red,
big,
red, yeah.
powerful.
Oh, thing was bad. That was like my 4th street bike. Yeah, so I've been riding that too. Been riding motorcycles.
Okay, but I thought you were talking about a BMX bike, but
no.
Did you do that too?
Yeah,
you did it. Oh, okay, yeah, you did it.
Yeah, I used to make chumma too.
Couple chumma.
Yeah, I had to give it up.
Dang.
Everybody was placing orders and I couldn't fill it. So motorcycles. I done it all. That's what I tell all my nieces and nephews. Like, whatever you want to do, just let me know, man. We can do it, and we can go ride bikes. We can whatever you want to do, man. 'Cause I'm not the best, but I know a thing or two. You know, I know how to jump a bike. I know how to kick flip. I know how to chop wood, I think.
I seen your videos of you chopping wood. No, it was a video where you guys, I think you like put a bunch of like straps on a tree.
Oh yeah,
and you just like put it up to the truck and just pulled it out and then started chopping away.
Because all we had was like a pickaxe and it was all jacked up. So I was like, we'll just pull it with the truck, knock it down, then we'll chop it up, throw it in the back, and take it back home. So we did that.
Nice.
It was fast, easy.
I got a question. I don't know if it's off topic, but it's like, what? Because another thing, too, I remember is just going to shows, and concerts and stuff, but like, what is one of your most memorable?
System of a Down, KFMA Day.
Oh shit!
Yeah. It was like me, Devin, Steve-O, Jordan. We took Delvina. A couple other girls went with us. I don't remember. Leslie Manuel, and we went up there. And we just had a ball, man. Everybody. I don't remember who was playing, but System of a Down was headlining. And we were me and my brother Jensen were just talking about this the other day. He said, "What's the best rock concert you've been to?" Man, I went to Ozfest twice. I went to Vans Warped Tour back when it was punk rock. Not pop punk. It was punk rock. So I've been to a couple. But you know what? I never saw No Effects till maybe 2 years ago.
Really?
3 years ago. Right after COVID, I saw No Effects. Hands down, probably one of the best shows.
What did you see that?
Our first time was at Rawhide, right there at
the Wild Horse Pass.
Yeah, okay. Wild Horse Pass. I was there, saw them, and then the next one was in Mesa at that big old park where it's like a sports complex, but I forget what it is, what the name of it is.
It's not a Mesa Amphitheater, is it?
No.
Okay, they probably changed the name.
That No Effects one though, it's like, I was singing everywhere, rocking out. And I'm not a crowd surfer, but dude, I was up top, man, letting them have it. Like, after the show, man, I'm standing there talking shit back and forth with them. I get a set list, and I'm like, hey, can I have my boots back? They're like, these boots? They have both of my boots. I fucking took my boots off and threw them in the middle of the show. Because they were just talking and talking, play a fucking song. I fucking threw my boot out. And like, all right. Yeah, man. So, I don't know, man. I would have to say one of the Ozfest when we were lighting the fires in the crowd and doing that. At, Auction. It's the Auction Pavilion now. It used to be something else. But, man, that was bad. KFMA Day was bad, too, back in the day. Oh, yeah. I went to a couple of the Stained in when all those were popping. Remember that? Yeah.
Sum 41.
Yeah, Sum 41.
Did you go to the Foo Fighters one?
Yeah, I was there at the Foo Fighters one.
Was there only one System of a Down KFMA Day?
No, they came like 2 or 3 times.
I was at one of them. I feel like it was the first one I ever heard of. When I was
the one that was at the fairgrounds?
Yeah. That's what I had. hot, man.
Yeah, in the middle of the day. Hey, so we go to the fucking concert and we're kicking ass in the pit and everything. And the next day at school, something ended up happening in the mosh pit, and we ended up beating the shit out of some boys in the mosh pit. And we had a good time, whatever. We were all liquored up. I think we were like underage anyway. We were all liquored up, and we had a good time. We go home. Next day, we go to school. I'm sitting on the bus, and what's his name? Cisco. He was a bus driver. Yeah, Cisco band. So he's driving, and he listened to KFMA all the time. So we're listening to it, and they're talking, and some guy's like, I don't know what the heck happened, but these Indians were running around, beating up everywhere. I don't even think they were there for the music.
I remember someone getting hurt, and then it was all over. We were talking about it the next day.
Yeah, so I forget what. I think one of the girls had got pushed or got hit, and Steve-O turned, and then we just all jumped in and just got crazy, man. But that shit was funny. I had to hear it on the bus the next morning. I was like, oh shit.
The AFI. I remember AFI.
AFI, yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. But you know what? When Thursday came and did the where they played all their albums, one day they played and the next day up in that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was
but awesome. Only because I like Thursday.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. So
did you go both days?
I went both days. I went both days. That second day I was tired. Slept in the car, woke up, went in there, came out, slept in the car, woke up, and the sun was coming. I was like, I wasn't even sipping either, dude. I was just chilling, man.
That was a good one.
Yeah, we always used to go to shows. Remember, you get them for like $18. You could get a ticket.
Rialto.
Yeah.
I remember we went to a Rialto show. I can't remember it. Boxcar Racer.
Boxcar Racer probably was. We went. I was always at the Rialto. Taking Back Thursday, or what? Taking Back Sunday. all those bands, and Boxcar. Me and Sissy were just talking about that. She was like, Boxcar. I posted some dashboard confessional lyrics or something. She went nuts. She was like, Boxcar. Oh man, we used to go to all the shows. Dallas Johnson. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We talked to him earlier today.
Crotch.
Yeah.
Oh, Crotch, man.
He drove us to a few shows.
Yeah, his crazy ass uncle. Remember that guy?
No,
I want to be that uncle, man. Yeah, he had this one fucking uncle who would go with us all the time, and he was like, AFMK Day. He didn't even know what it was. AFMK Day, man. But he was always all drunk, and he would drive us and get us there and everything, get us home safely. Oh, shit, man. What about dances? You guys ever been to an epic dance, Bia?
Are you talking like a Bia, like the Res, like that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm talking like
there was a good while high school where I was doing a lot of drinking and dancing. Like, we had dances at a bunch of friends' houses. They just go and dance, and just get all faded and whoop it up, start screaming and shit, whooping and hollering and dancing, trying to get the ladies to look, But yeah, I think the best. So there was quite a few, but like I think the best dance I was ever at, like it was this kids. It was here in town at my buddy's house, and they're a big Mexican family. And it was a little girl's birthday, but it turned into this huge, like, brewed out party. And, like, I remember it started raining, so, like, all the kids left, and all the moms took the kids home, and all the dads just stood around, and they had a live band. Like, they had a DJ, but the second it rained, he got the fuck out of there. And it went to a live, like, cumbia band. And they were playing it, and they just had, like, coolers and coolers full of beer, and all the dudes stayed, and then some of the women were coming back. Like, you know, they leave the kids with grandma, and they come back, and like, it was live music, bunch of beer, bunch of food, and we were just dancing, like tearing it up. And it was raining, so like while it was pouring, we were under the Ramada, like a whole bunch of us packed together, just drinking and laughing, and the band was playing. And that was at the park until the park closed. And then we went to someone's house, and it just kept going all fucking night. And I danced until I dropped. I danced and danced and danced, whooped it up and yelling out, like Cobia! And drinking, lots of drinking.
We want to dance.
Yeah, we want to dance. That's crazy old music. We want to dance.
I won't. He's the homie, but I won't say his name. But we were at this dance, and these guys started fighting. I don't know what they were fighting about, but homie tried to step in and break it up, and he was like, hey, you guys be cool. Out of nowhere, one of the guys that's fighting just does some like roundhouse, like Chuck Norris kick, boom, just smacks him in the face, and like he was trying to break up the fight, and I mean, that was a wild one, but like, yeah, it was just like,
got crazy.
I'm gonna go home.
I'm good. I think I'm done dancing, man. Hey, well, check it out. One time, we went to the dance in Stuttgart, Gunsight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're in Gunsight, and I'm over there passing out the judo, and it's cold and everything, and I'm at the fire. I don't know anybody. I mean, I know a couple of people, but other than the people I came with, I don't really know anybody. And the girls aren't too pretty. Hey, they can cook, yeah, they can cook. They got jokes, but I mean, so anyway, there's this girl, a big girl. She got to be at least 250 something. And I'm at the fire, and I'm passing her, and she starts calling me out and saying that I can't dance. And I was like, come on, let's go. Well, and she's like, you're not awesome enough for me.
Dusty your blues on.
Hold on, Spabagi.
Put on the living shirt.
I had to tell her, I gave her the rundown like that. I told her, got the heart of a ram, brains of a warrior, man. I'm awesome through and through, man. Don't put me. I'm from many dishes, not cover wells, many dishes. She looked at me and she said, all right. We fucking danced till the sun came up. Charlie, two-step, everything. I don't remember her name, but damn, we had a good time. Yeah, big girls make my world go rock and roll. That was the best. Like I said, I don't remember her name. I don't remember what the dance was for or anything, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah. Everybody was all like, why are you dancing with her? That's my friend. Don't be talking about her like that. Yeah, that or the drunk auntie. You never danced with the drunk auntie over there? Oh, man.
They like to dance.
Yup. I always feel bad for those girls when the drunk man goes to ask them to dance and they fall or do something.
Pretty sure I've been that guy. At least once.
I have yet to do that. Got close, man.
I think it was like I was doing like a spin around and it just kept spinning. just came around that corner a little too hard, Yeah.
Fucking name, man. I need to get to a dance soon. As soon as this book gets better, man. Hey, but what about I was just wondering, like, other people's outlooks on this whole, like, gun violence type thing, the way things are going around the world, and I mean, I'm just thankful that, we live in a small community where people know each other and all this and that. But, I mean, it's crazy to have kids think that, like, we would do the code red, remember, in school, and they would lock the doors like a fire drill. Now they got them doing drills to hide from a mass shooter and doing things like that. Like, what the fuck is this world coming to?
Nah, dude, I got traumatic. I work at a school now, and they had a lockdown. They were just doing it for safety reasons. I think someone popped off a gun in the rentals.
I heard about that. But
they did a lockdown, and they everybody. It was normal for everybody. Like they were like, all right, everybody, because the day was over, so there's only a few kids. I went into one of the rooms, locked it. It was like, don't say nothing, be quiet, wait till the cops come. And I was just like, what's going on? Like this is new. Yeah. Like I was like, I wanted to go home after that because I'm like, it was still day. I still had a few more hours to do, and I was like, nah, I'm ready to go. Like I want to go see my mom. I want to go talk to her. But like we didn't deal with that stuff. I think
we didn't.
I mean, Columbine. Like we were young when Columbine happened.
Yeah, I feel like we did something like that. At least a couple times.
I remember when they would do Juji on campus when the boys do the bomb threat.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, that's what I remember then.
The bomb threat.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, because then like that, the primary, I don't know if you remember, like 2 years ago, the same thing. There was a shooting right behind the primary where motor pool is. They locked the whole campus down and everything, and then that incident that happened the other day, I mean, well, this was like a month or two ago, huh? Yeah, where they had a shooting just off the campus. Even there were kids walking to the crosswalk, and that shooting happened, and those kids had to come back, and you know, it's crazy that you know that things like that would happen, and I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, times are changing, people are changing, but that's just some crazy shit that I never thought would happen, you know, or have to deal with.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like, you know, I was thinking Friday, you know, like, you know, with your hand, like we don't want to fight with our hands no more. We want to pull out a gun and shoot each other, and that's like.
65.
I don't know, but it's like if that's the direction we're going, it's just kind of like, dang, like
Hey, so with all the wars and everything going on too, what would you do if it came to America? I'm all for going to the nation and shutting the roads down and TOs only, boy. TOs only. Cause I could see something like that happening within the next 20 years. We would have to unite and just kind of hold our ground. And
I remember Amy talked about that in her episode where when the border was really hot and you know, just for the safety of the community, it was like, you know, we gotta think about just us. And I think kind of like that might have to happen.
I've gone through a bunch of scenarios in my head, and the thinking automatically is I want to go to the res. I want to be here with all these crazy people all packed in a tight spot with the base right here. I'd want to be as far away from the base as I could, and I'd want to be back to a place that I know. But a few times I thought about like a bigger scale war coming to our front. And we would be right on the border. This whole Mexican front, our res would be ground zero for an invasion from the south, and we'd be in it. All the way down to the border, all the way down. And all I could think is like if it ever came to that, I'd pick up a gun. And I'd defend whatever I could, my own. Anybody who's around, like, you'd have to. And that's all I can that's the only thing I can truthfully say is I'd fight. I wouldn't want to just lay down. I might even hide and fight from the trees, you know, like something. Because I think more and more on a damn near weekly to daily basis, we're getting closer to something
like that.
And I worry every now and then that it'll be here soon enough, like almost like it's like when 9/11 happened, it was like, oh, this is on American soil. Oh, shit, it came here, and that's what kind of traumatized the nation. And it's almost like it's a unrealized dream for the bad guys to bring it here. Yeah, you know. And sometimes I think it's just a matter of time.
For some,
so it's like I would want him, my son, to be ready. Gather your people and go get ready. And it's funny, like the type of shit you worry about on a day-to-day basis. You're like, oh, the bills, or my money, feeding the kids, like that. Like, all right, feeding the kids is always gonna be there, but it's like the shit you worry about will cease to exist or matter. In that scenario, when the shit comes, it's like none of that will matter anymore.
When that happened with Ukraine and Russia, that was one of the things I thought is like, man, somebody could come and do that shit over here. And what would we do? Or even just the white man just come in and just try to take our land, or just push us off the land, or do something stupid like that. What would it come down to? Yeah, those are some crazy times that we're living in right now.
It blew my mind that the entire lead up to that, he's just like, oh, it's exercises. We're not doing nothing. We're not doing it. As they amassed an army on the fucking border, and it's like, it's obvious what you're doing. You may be saying this on the news, but it's obvious what you're doing. We know it's coming, and he just proceeded to do it. There was no like, okay, we were kidding. It was just like, okay, we're doing it. This is still an exercise as they bombed buildings and came in.
Not cool.
It's a real world scenario that plays in my head. Like it could come. I feel like we're on the verge, and the decisions that are being made for us really matter right now. You know, whatever, like what's going on in Israel and Gaza now. Like it's like we got two battlefronts now, and then who knows what kind of fronts is kind of hidden here, but it's still going on, and I just feel like we should all be ready and keep our wits about it and have a plan in case something goes wrong.
Not saying that it is. I don't want it to.
I don't want it to. I don't want to go to war. I mean, we're technically at war, but I'm saying I'm not holding a gun. And right now it's like I'm grateful for that, because of the people that are holding the guns and holding those lines. But we'd have to join them if anything got here. If it comes here, we're no longer civilians. We'd have to be citizens, or however you want to put it, militia.
Okay, so we say that. What about this like domestic war that's going on with these people, be it MAGA, Antifa, whatever? What about that shit? Because that's they're going against it. Donald Trump tried to overturn an election, overthrow the government.
Incited that,
I mean, it's just crazy all this stuff that's going on, because you hear about it, or you watch movies and shit like this happens, and it's going on now, and I've always been scared of war, never wanted it to happen, but with everything that's been going on recently, shit, and I can see it. World War III is boiling up, boy. I don't know who it's going to be between, what side is going to be on what, everything. It's just crazy that all that's going on in America is acting the way we've been acting.
I think we're very fortunate to not know the sound of bombs going off on a daily basis. There's plenty of places in the world where that's a daily occurrence, and they're used to it. You know, it's like they always say, it's amazing what you can get used to. And I'm grateful that he doesn't know the sound of gunfire. I'm grateful that, like I said, I'm not holding. I don't have to hold it. Well, I got a gun, but I'm saying I don't have to hold it all the time. I'm grateful for whatever innocence we can maintain here until it comes here. I'm grateful that we don't have to see that on a daily basis. Well, we see it on the news, but I'm saying we don't know it personally bombs going off every day in your neighborhood, cars getting blown up. Like, I'm grateful for that for now.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
My sister, she's married to a Palestinian, and he's just stressing, over his family, just over everything going on. And I've known him for some time, and this is one of the things that we talked about. This war has been going on since biblical days.
Yeah.
Israelites and the Palestinians have always been at each other.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that it's getting to this extent where they're bombing each other. Before it was, a couple of deaths here and there and back and forth like that. But now their numbers are going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that stuff like that's actually happening. And I don't know what the kids are gonna have to endure in 30 years from now. That's something that I think about a lot. Like you hear me talk about the kids and the future and stuff. That's one thing that crosses my mind, is that they may have to deal with something like that. And I think about that a lot, especially with being from Indian country, where we have land. We're not clustered together with a bunch of people you don't know, or back home we're all the same. We're all O'odham people. This is our land, and we got to defend it, and like that we got a place to run back to and hide if we need to, or retreat or whatever, and I think about that a lot, because 10, 15, 20 years ago it was like a thought. When 9/11 happened, it was a thought, Hey, you guys remember that shit? Where we were at school and everything, and then they sent us home. I thought we were going to die. I thought we were going to die. Then we had to go play football Yeah, we had to go.
Airplanes are flying over. Just like start watching them. All of a sudden you're like, good.
Yeah. I thought, I almost couldn't believe it. Like, it didn't seem real. It was like, this is a conspiracy, this is something else. But then, like, all these people died, and
it's crazy that a lot of the kids that I deal with, they don't know about 9/11. They don't know.
They might. When they say what they say, like, history repeats itself. Like, if you don't know it, or like, if you don't know it, it's gonna happen again. And I think, like, right now, like, everyone's so iffy about what we're teaching the kids, and they're almost kind of like erasing history.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of like, might be the downfall and shit, because we're not informing what everyone, like, what we know. What we went through, versus this shit's real. Like, you guys got to be ready for it. We're kind of just ignoring it. Like, America just came out of nowhere, and that's the thing, where we almost got to be like our own. Like, we almost got to have our own school. Where it's just us.
Yeah, that's crazy how they're taking stuff out of history books. They don't want to teach the Native American part, but they want to teach the Mayflower part. They want to teach the Christopher Columbus part, but they don't want to teach the Native American part. They don't want to teach how reservations came about. They don't want to teach all that stuff, but they want to teach. I don't.
No, they want to show, like, a beautiful country, and that's kind of the lie. I mean, but
stolen land. You see them when they say that, land back.
Land back.
That's straight up, man.
I mean, I guess there is a fight. There's a little bit of a fight, but it's almost like we're playing chess, or like.
Hey, what about, did you guys hear about what happened with Amber? Wait, did she win her case? Oh. Amber, what was it? Amber Ortega.
I think
Amber Ortega, yeah.
I think we were joking that she beat the government. I'm like, oh, she won.
Did she? Do you know? Yeah, I don't know. I remember because my sister was in it with her when they handcuffed him and took him to jail.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. My sister said they handcuffed him, took him to jail, and they kept telling him, I want a lawyer. Never brought him a lawyer. They weren't allowed to make a phone call or do anything. Held him for 2 weeks, almost on no charges.
Oh, shit.
And then they let him go, gave him a bogus charge.
Yeah.
And they fought it. And I think Amber was taking it to, she was taking it to like civil court or something because it got thrown out. I don't know the whole gist of it, but damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I had the guts that I had back then, because I would have went out there and stood with them, man. But I think my sister called me and she was crying. She was scared. When she got out, she didn't know what to do. And I said, if you want to be an activist, this is the life you want to live, this is the stuff you're going to have to deal with. If that's the life you want to live, you want to stand up, some people are called to be that person.
Yeah.
And if that's you, stand up and hold your ground and stand up for the people. Don't be scared. Shit's going to happen. She was like, they got my name, my number, my address, everything's online.
Yeah.
These people are calling, giving me death threats, all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, so like that, I haven't talked to my sister about it or what came out of it, but I thought that was pretty cool.
There's a saying, I think it's either Chinese or Japanese, but they say the nail that sticks out gets hammered. So it's like, if you martyr yourself, you're out there as the person, you're gonna get taken down and made an example of. Martyred. And I'm more of bring it and you'll get it. I'm not gonna go out and get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna go out and
looking for it.
I'm not gonna go sit on a machine, but if you try to run my house over, I'm
I'm
not gonna seek it out, but it's there. They want to bring it.
So that's how kind of with the war, and I think we were talking about that as a topic, like good versus evil, because it's like there's a part of me where like, man, I'm not doing shit. Like I'm just watching, like even being ignorant and just doing my thing, and not even like, but like, does that make me a bad person because I'm not, watching the news and like what am I supposed to do? So I was conflicted, and I was like feeling like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or am I doing enough? It just does it even have anything to do with me, But I think that's kind of where, you kind of gotta like decide, like you're saying, if that's what you want to do, or if that's how you want to address it, you're gonna take whatever comes with it. So maybe I'm just thinking of what I'm gonna do, but like for a while there, I'm like, I was just kind of just closing my eyes to it, and even still, so I've been having to do that a lot, just with everything going on, because I'm into the news, I'm into current events, everything. But lately, it's just been bad. It's just been bad. So I just turn it off and just. I can't, man. So I don't know what's gonna happen within the next year or two, but hopefully we can start to see some positive shit come out, man. Electric cars or something. flying cars. Oh man, I don't know, but I think that's another thing too with America is like we're fucking show offs. We want to be the best, and so like imagine everybody else having to fucking deal with that and be like, kind of creating a target,
these motherfuckers.
Fuck these guys, But again, that's that lie we're kind of like promoting. I want to say we're promoting, but it's just like America's just been on top forever, since the beginning. We didn't, but
I had this conversation with the lady at the bar the other night, and she was saying that she was like her son enlisted and they're sending him And she's worried. I said, no worry, we're the best. We're number one. He's going to come home. Don't worry about it. He's coming home. Go over there, drop some bombs. And I was just trying to help her. But when I thought about it, I was like, we are supposed to be number one, the best. And everybody, when you're number one, everybody wants to knock you off, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to knock you off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that in the sports world. So got to be double that when it comes to land and policies and stuff like that.
Resources.
Yeah.
It's all coming here.
Yeah.
Damn.
The American dollar is powerful. So, I can only imagine what other countries think and say and... Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody wants to be here too, so that's another thing too about it. It's like, they want to be a part of the team too. So and again, I keep saying we're, but like whoever is not with it, like all these immigrants that are coming and trying to escape their shit, and like why can't they just be here then? But it's not. I mean.
Well, it's like in the Olympics too. Like when it's America, the United States against all these other countries, or they're competing, all these other countries, they're just solid one. They're all Chinese. They're all Japanese. They're all African, and it's like our team's multiracial, every single color in the rainbow, and they do great. And it's like they're working together, all these colors in our nation, and that is why they do so well.
Yeah, you got the
working together.
Structures, everybody in this U.S.
Ain't no natives.
Billy Mills, or who was it?
There's been, well, I wanted to add, like I've been waiting for the chance to say it, was that, like when you were saying, I don't know what to do about it, I feel like, I want to turn a blind eye to it, and I kind of feel like that's like part of freedom, like that's your right to have the ability to say, or to block that out. It's like to be able to go on and live your life, like a lot of people aren't afforded that around the world. You can, but it's possible here.
Yeah.
And you can, choose the life you want to live and do your best to get it, get what you want. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting that and, just trying to keep your head right, in the sea of all this information, like you said, Jason, about like, you turn on the news and it's all this, all this horribleness. And so I think the great thing about being here, living here, is you can get along. You can get along with that. Yeah. And, but like, until they come here, are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Make sure you
hold on.
Oh yeah. Well, don't forget the color there. Yeah, I've been thinking, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being able to enjoy your freedom. A saying keeps coming up is, have your cake and eat it too, like, and it irritates the hell out of me. Really, I think I've said it before.
Yeah, we've had this.
I've said this before, but it was like, you want to be free and also ignore it, or live with an actually free life is really what I'm seeing that as.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think
But you ever heard like a person that does evil, but then the person that watches the evil happen is even more evil?
Yeah, well, I like the saying of evil. If evil's allowed to happen when good people just allow it, like evil happens if the good people don't step up to stop it, to try and fight it. And I don't know where I was going with that, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, am I the evil guy because I'm just
in watching
it happening? But what am I supposed to do?
I like what you said, Bob, because with the Palestinian and Israelite thing going on, we were having a conversation, and they asked me, they said, how do you feel? What do you think? I said, I'm glad I live in America. I'm glad I live in America where I have the right to pick what religion. Mm-hmm. I have the right to turn it off if I want to.
Yeah.
Or deal with it if I want to. Or, you know, in some countries you don't have the right. You're forced to believe it or not to believe it, or
told what to believe.
Yeah. So, like that, I'm glad I live in America where I can turn it off or turn it on, or that too makes me mad when people are like, oh, I hate. Well, turn it off. Just don't go over there. You have the right to not go. It's not like you have to be there.
Yeah, it was like that when the pandemic was. It felt like since everybody was home, we were just watching the news, and all it was just negative. You know.
Yeah.
And it was almost like, man, go do something, or yeah, like that. Turn it off, but
turn it off and go outside.
I don't know.
Live your life.
I think the news is we're tied to it, to where
brainwash you.
Know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I did that with the kids. I was like, man, fuck this. We're going out to the mountains. We're going out to the mountains, man. Yeah, America's. I don't get why, like you said. That's what we're built on. And they neglecting all these people coming in and saying this and saying that. I get it. Like, I mean, there's going to be some bad people in the bunch. There is. Not saying that everybody's bad. Some of these people want to work. Some of these people want the money. Some of these people are just tired of not doing anything, being stuck in their country, and they can't do anything. And they want to come here. I don't see nothing wrong with that. They're documented. They're been through the process. We know they're here. We know who they are. If we end up catching them, they don't go back. We catch them 5 years from now. So what? We caught them, send them back, and it just makes no sense to me. We have all this labor and stuff that needs to be done. And look at the Gen Z. Look at the kids that are coming out now. You know, they don't want to work. These guys are ready to work. You know. So I'm not with that whole. They bash the immigrants and make it seem. And then like that, you know, you ever see the video with the Native American guy downtown, and he's telling them, you guys are all on stolen land. This is all awesome. You guys are all immigrants to this land. The other girl who slapped, what did she do? She slapped somebody or something. Remember in Salt River or something at a gas station. Some lady was telling her, go back to where you come from. And she's like, my ancestors are from here. Where are your ancestors from? No, that's real talk right there, man. It makes me mad when people so naive to the fact that this is Indian land. All of this was Indian land, Native American land. And they want to say that, the white man wants to crack down on immigration and this and that. Hold on, motherfucker. With your Mayflower having ass, man.
But I guess I don't know, it's like I think I lost it. It was more just like, this was, we let you guys in. Why can't we let these other guys in? You know, but I don't know. Again, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, I think when it comes to like indigenous or like native, like we know our people, we know our grandparents. Like we got to know them, even if they're passed on. But like sometimes in like other cultures, like they ain't know their grandma, they don't know their grandpa, they don't. They moved away, you know, they never, so it's just kind of like, I don't want to say no culture, but like, we have culture. We are Hemadug, you know, but I don't know if Hemadug exists in any other places.
Like in the white man world, or what?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that's what it is, where there's just no culture, and they're just sort of like stopping everybody, being like, "Nah, yeah, we're full. Go back." And yeah, it's sort of like,
if AIM, American Indian Movement, if they came and really started making a comeback, would you join?
I think I already answered that. I was like, I don't want to go and seek out the trouble.
Yeah.
If they want to come here and try to take more, or anybody,
I have to stand up to that.
Then you stand up and be ready and vigilant for that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go join. If I saw people getting hurt that I could help, I'd try to help. But like, me personally, I don't think I'd go join. It'd be just another thing, like, you know, a group. And like I said, I wouldn't seek it out. I'd be right here. If I'm needed for my family or my neighbors or my land, I'm here for that. I'm not gonna go try and hunt people.
Yeah.
They're always gonna be there. They're there. They're there. They're here. Like you were saying, there's this war going on here too. And again, it's been here since the beginning. And going out and seeking them out isn't going to stop them. They're going to be here.
Yeah. What's
going to change my mind is if they come here and try to get me or mine. And then it's like, all right, that's where this ends. One of us has to go.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go seek them out. But that's just me. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Have you thought about joining them? Like if it came back? Like,
no,
you brought them up. That's what I'm wondering.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. But I mean, I know people that would, and that are not active AIM members, but kind of have the vision, kind of have those morals and this and that, and they're kind of wild. They're kind of wild, but I mean, I would, if shit like that happened, I wouldn't have no problem standing up with them like that. But like that, if they came over here pulling that shit, I'm down with it. I wouldn't. But I'm not gonna go and just start a gang and start some shit and just.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't want a part of it. I don't want to go start hurting people. Like, some people need to be hurt. Some people need that. And I'm not saying I need to go out and hurt people. I'm saying some people are bad as fuck, and they need to be hurt back. They need to be fought back. But like I said, I'm not gonna go seek them out.
Well, what? We can talk about anything, yeah. What? How do you guys feel about this whole Juan Buen Dia thing?
I want to hear his side.
Yeah.
On here.
Yeah.
I want him back to talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel like he was robbed. I feel like had it not played out the way it played, he'd be our chairman right now.
It would. He would.
I was sure.
I was rooting for him. I was upset the way things happened both ways. On the other people, and I was upset with Juan the way he handled himself. I wish he would have been more composed. I wish he would have dealt with it in a different way. And I just feel for him coming out and acting the way he did. He really burned a bridge with me by doing that. He rubbed me the wrong way. I was all for him, and when he said that they said that they were disqualified, I was like, okay, take it on the chin. You know, you got nothing but positive things going for you right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on. Yeah.
And I wish he would have just been like, okay, a lot of these people that he's up against, they're old. They're done. Their time is over, you know. Juan is just starting his career. And he's over here acting reckless with it. That's the way I saw it. And then, I mean, yeah, he was robbed. I wouldn't say robbed. If anybody robbed him, it was his running mate. That's who robbed him. That's who did him wrong. That's who did him dirty. It wasn't yeah, elections, that's kind of fishy where you come out. You know what I mean? Right before you're like, hold on, something. But, you know, it's in the black and white. And that's, when you're doing stuff like that, that's what's going to happen. They're going to dig up dirt, all the dirt they can dig up on you, and they're going to bring it. You know, you got to B-rabbit that shit and lay it on. You got to.
I feel like he did have a lot of people who didn't want him to win because they wanted to keep what they already have. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, control the house or whatever you want to call it. The council, the leadership, and he had a target on his back from the get-go. But I do feel like he would. It was a lock. He could have had it. Like, if it didn't play out the way it played out, I think he could have had it. Like, boom, he'd be our chairman. Yeah,
and so then when that happened, in my head, I'm like, bro, chill the fuck out. Let this play out. Next, come back harder. Next campaign, pick the right person. And even while keep building, he's doing nothing but good. You know, I've seen the changes he's made. I've had talks with Juan. Everything was good, and I was on his side. And then when he came out and cried like a little bitch, dude, honestly, that's what I took. Like, this is when things go wrong, you're gonna cry and move like that. Like, take it on the chin. All right, G it up, and all right. I got something brewing anyway. Go ahead. You know,
I'm coming back. Don't think this is over. I'm coming
Verlin's back. Out. You know what I mean? Verlin is fighting tooth and nail to just stay a politician. And what changes has he made? What does he do for our people? You know, they get up there, they say youth and education. Nothing's happening in youth and education. Nothing new anyway. It's the same shit, same movement, going through the motions every year, and they don't do nothing for the youth. They don't do nothing for the education, but graduation comes, they want to be sitting up on the stage and get all the recognition. Juan was in the trenches. Juan was doing shit that he would come to do.
He still is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, really, Juan, this is how you're going to handle this situation? This is how you're going to handle it? I felt he should have been more composed and, you know, instead of talking like that, if that's how you feel, let it play out. Get a lawyer and go that route. But
he's strong where he's at. He made a name for himself, and he's doing a lot. He's really working at it, and it's not just him; it's him and his team. They're fighting for it. They're doing it, and I feel like I'm not in his shoes. You know, there must have been a ton of pressure, and it made him probably crack in public because we're in this age of information. He had an outlet for that what he was feeling, and he used it, and like you said, it rubbed you the wrong way. But what, you know, who am I? This is his first time running.
Yeah.
So in that view, he's young in the game, and he reacted this way this time. Say he doesn't get it the next time. If he doesn't, he's going to react a different way. Stronger, experienced, more experienced.
Yeah.
I don't think they can keep him out of there. I think he's going to get it. Sooner or later.
Yeah.
It'll be his, and I'll be happy to have him. But yes, if he overreacted that way and burned some bridges, I think that it's going to happen. That's politics. That's how it's going to be, and especially with him starting out new. So, next election, it's up to him to come correct and be ready and clean and stronger, like you said.
Yeah.
So, you know, learning, and again, like we were talking about choices, it's a learning opportunity for him. Yeah. And I hope he takes that and comes back and goes again.
Yeah.
And doesn't let it stop him because it's his. It's for the taking, I think.
It was really rubbing me the wrong way too when it was going down, and he was like, "The people want to know where their vote went." The people, Juan, I'm sorry, You just fuck it up, dude. Just deal with it. And I just wanted him to just stop and step back like a man. You got to take your losses sometimes. You can't always win. And that was a hard loss. I know it was for him. Yeah. It was a hard loss, not only for him, but for the other people that were rooting for him and wanted him.
I voted for him, so my vote didn't count. I think that was where it was like
it did in showing the numbers.
It did, yeah, in that sense.
It showed where the vote was going.
Yeah.
It showed, and you were part of that.
Yeah.
No, but even in
it wound up having to go again.
Even him, was it campaigning? Like he was in it. Like
he was doing it.
He was making moves. And no one else was doing it like how he was doing it. And so like we were watching him do what it takes to win. So when the opposite happens, it was just kind of like, huh? You know, but.
Hey, you know, and then
the technicality of it.
I heard the debate. I wasn't there. I heard it, and I was wishing they'll pull out the big guns, start talking. I wish Juan would have kicked dirt on Verlin. So much dirt where Verlin has to be in Juan's shoes, defending himself. You know, having to go because Verlin came at Juan with that one and hit him, and it fucked Juan's world up. But Juan could have said all this shit through Verlin's past in his face. He's been in here how many times? What has he done for your youth? What has he done for your people? What has he done for us? Nothing. He hasn't done shit. He hasn't changed anything. He hasn't brought anything. Maybe he has and I haven't seen him. I haven't not. But Juan's made changes that you can see. And Juan's been in the trenches doing all this shit. I felt like Juan had more pull, and I wish he would have pulled off the gloves in the debate and said, you know, hey, well, what about this? You know, and you're going to let this man, you want this man to be a chairman after this, and this? He's had this many years of political experience, and what can you say is positive that he's done for you? You know, I'm here for you. I'm here for the community. Juan should have been that guy. Instead of trying to be the nice, polite guy, Juan should have took that first jab and said something like that along the lines of, hey, it's time for change. It's time for the youth to start taking over. You know? And that makes me mad too, because they don't want to like prep or prime anybody, you know what I mean? The older people, they keep all their knowledge to themselves. Even the language. They get mad at you because you can't speak it. But it's their fault for not speaking it to us when we were younger. It's their fault for not. But yet they're mad at us because we don't know. We can't hold a conversation about them. They're mad at us because we don't know our relatives and know this and that. After it was their job to teach us all this. Oh, you're kissing your cousin. Well, why didn't you tell me that a long time ago, man? Yeah, so I mean, I'm tired of those old people that move like that, man. I'm tired of that shit, and I want him a dog too. I want, you know, but I want the people like Amy, people like Maria, that are gonna, you know. I wish
that have that energy to change it up.
Okay, wait, when I'm trying to spell something or I'll message Maria, how do I say this? And she'll fucking real quick message me back, well, how do you mean it, like this or like that? See, we need people like that. Our older Maria Juan? Yeah. She was supposed to be a teacher, isn't it? Language teacher, so she was trying to get a gig and they didn't give it to her. With the OCC, I think. Fact check me, I don't know, but I think she was working dispatch. She makes her dresses, does her thing. But that language, she was trying to do a language class or be a teacher or something, and they denied her.
Wow.
See, so
that doesn't make sense, though. I mean, but in this corrupt politician world, like it kind of does. But like we're shooting ourselves in the foot.
Big time. Big time. And then another thing too is like, you know, with all the traveling that we've done to rodeo and going to Navajo Nation and going to, you see the developments they're making with solar and all these other things. TOUA is holding us back, and the nation is scared to go after TOUA and tell them, hey, we want solar. TOUA says we can't do it, only because they know that their pockets are going to take a hit. You know what I mean? Once we go solar. So they kind of got the nation locked in and telling them, oh, we don't have the technology. We don't have this. Well, fucking go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me mad that we're not evolving
as fast as
with the times and with the, you know, we don't have no restaurants, no nothing like that to bring in money. I mean, I'm not okay with erasing, or, you know, they're scared that somebody's gonna come in and this. I don't see that. I mean, I see it, but I don't think it can happen. Only way it happens if you let it. Yeah. You know, we need businesses. We need better grocery stores than just Bash's. Just a little 99-cent store that was there for a year and then left. We need, you know, even a fucking hotel.
No, we deserve better.
Yeah.
We deserve better.
Yeah. And then, you know, we got West Valley, we got Golden Harshan, Saurita, and Nogales Highway. All those casinos. 4 of them. We're 5 now with that way West Valley.
The new one.
Where the fuck is the money going?
Into the next casino. A whole lot went into fighting for the West Valley one.
West Valley one.
Everybody was up in arms against us.
Yeah.
We still got it. We were in the right. We just may have gone about it a little shady.
Yeah.
And but you know, probably had to. And
hey,
I heard a lot of money went into lobbying for that.
Yeah. We had to pay for it. Lord, all kinds of money went out the door on that one. I felt that it was not a good move. I didn't like it. From the get-go. And then not only that, bro, look at our casino. Our nation does not know how to run fucking casinos. You go to Tucson, they want to go to Del Sol. They don't want to go to the Diamond. You know what I mean? You go up there, they want to go to Casino Arizona and all the you know. I went to the one up by the Glendale. Looked like a goddamn DES building. It's like it's ugly, man. It's ugly. They did not break the bank on it, man. You would figure waterfalls and fountains and just music playing, just nice, you know what I mean? You go out there, not like that. The building is fucking ugly.
What a shame.
I would have built a fucking castle or something, you know what I mean?
That was a chance to go all out.
Yeah. But, you know, they did that with Pima Mine.
Yeah.
It makes me mad. Like, break the bank, dude. You know, something that's gonna attract people. We don't know how to run casinos. We don't. We got them, but they're not booming. They're not thriving. You look at Del Sol. Shit, that shit's just growing and growing and.
Yeah. Well, they're
then they got that new one right here at
off the freeway.
That one's gonna kick some ass.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Right there by the old theater.
So, I mean, I just feel like we're burning our money in the wrong bucket or basket or whatever you want. Yeah, because we do not know how to run casinos. Our casinos are shitty. Yeah, I wish they would have did more of the, like an outlet mall type of thing with the resort or something like that and make money that way instead of the fucking casinos, bro. We're wasting a lot of money. We're paying for licenses, gambling license, liquor license, all this other stuff. And it's, you know, if we had another spot where it was family, you could bring your family and hang out. You can't go to the casino and hang out with your family. Yeah. Even, what's it? Harris Auction. Damn, that's a nice casino. Have you been over there? No. It's got the movies with the hotel and all that.
I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's nice over there, man. But you come to our casino, you're ready to leave. You play $20. I'm out of here, man. I go over there, I'll play $20, go get a fat burger, do a couple of things, I'm back. You know, over here, man, it's wild, man. So I wish our nation would just stop with the casinos and get onto something else. 365 days out of the year, we have 250 at least of them are sunny, bright, nice days to just soak in that solar panels and just turn that energy and sell it and do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why our nation doesn't think like that. It's just...
Yeah, well, the older people like the way it is, you know?
Yeah.
They're at least the people that are making the decisions right now.
Yeah.
Like, I got nothing wrong against the older people. Our culture is centered around our elders, but some of them aren't prepared to live in this higher tech world. They don't know how to go and get it sometimes, and it's like, all right, we need the new startups our age to take the reins and come in. Maybe not take it completely over, but share it. And then take over when the time comes. And I would hope that a new perspective with all of us in mind, coming in and making the new decisions with the new money that's going to be coming from the casinos. I feel like a reinvestment in our kids is probably the best way to go. Like the rec center, sponsoring events, just. Like I was saying, like the old football games, everybody showed up. And I think we need more of that. Something good, clean, healthy, fun for families to show up and support each other and have a good time. And more of that entertainment, like we already said earlier, the nasty stuff comes when you got nothing else to do. If you're not being guided by coaches like you guys, if you're not given something to do with your idle hands, you're going to do what's in front of you, and that's what all your relatives are doing. They're used to just doing, getting down and drinking. Like, the drinking together is kind of a tradition now. It's like, you want to be with your family, and that's how you do it. You go sit down and have a beer with them. But we could be doing that and doing activities, or just the activities. We got to... In order to go and see a movie, we got to leave the rest. Yeah. In order to get, a different price or a different availability of food, type of food, you got to go somewhere else. Yeah. We should be supplying this for ourselves. And there are people like Juan trying to pull that off. We need more of that, more here. Like you got, like you said, you got the heart here. There's the people that want it, but it needs to be provided. It needs to be supported and encouraged. Light the flame, like you were saying earlier. You light the flame and then fan it, keep it going. I hope for that all the time. I think there's a focus on the past, which is always good. We've already established, you don't learn from your past, you're going to fuck up your future kind of thing. Yeah. But we do need to modernize. We do need solar. And if TOUA is worried about losing their electricity, then they need to make their money in solar energy and be the providers of the panels. They need to evolve and continue going. There's a bunch of our government programs that aren't online. If they want to get their bills paid or whatever from people that are supposed to pay it, you have to show up in an office on a business day versus... Like every other fucking company in the world right now is running on internet. You can go and access it. Now, that may mean we're going to be in our homes and computers, but right now the infrastructure is not there to support all these people. Like I know you were saying all these high schools, they have it and we don't, and you argue with them. I agree, but like I said, it's clear cut. If you want to be entertained in more creative, fun ways for your family, you got to go off the res to do it. Sometimes just you want to see a movie that's absolutely not available down there. So we need to build it. We need it. We need it everywhere, not just in cells, but out there. People, we need just new ideas. And I like where your guys' heads at, because you're focused on the people, which is where our strength is. And we need to provide more entertainment options. We need more options.
Yeah.
Instead of just sticking to the old status quo, which is what a lot of people are used to doing. They don't like change. The people who are making the decisions don't seem to like change. They're like, oh, it's working just fine. Let's keep it this way. Or, you know, I don't want to lose my job to somebody else, so I'm going to try to keep it exactly the way it is. And what some of these people don't realize is if you keep it that way, it's going to stay small. It's never going to grow. We're never going to get, you know, we're not going to evolve with the times. And that's going to hold us back, and we're going to hold our youth back, and we're going to fall behind as a people.
Back,
yeah. And so I would like to see development and more youth involvement. And by youth, I mean you guys. We're not totally old and out of the picture. We're actually at an adult age where we've gotten a lot of the party out of us, and we're now, like you said, changed to you don't want that old lifestyle or your younger days type mentality going on. Now we have experience to make better decisions, and I think it's all good. Juan had a pass. That's experience in the bag, and I like somebody who's not, you know, straight cut or trying to hide who they are, who they were. And I saw Juan as a perfect opportunity like that. Is somebody who's been in the trenches, like you said, has a pass, and has still reached where he got. You know?
Yeah.
Despite that. It's him. That's who he is. And I like that in my representation. Someone who's real and knows and is my age. And like we're saying all the time, it was time to take the reins.
Yeah.
And it's up to people like him who are there now. They're in line to take them. We just gotta support that and support each other's.
I want to ask Juan, when are we gonna get our next pre-cap? Because I'm voting for him. You give me that pre-cap. I haven't seen one in years.
It's been a long ass time. I was thinking that.
It's crazy. I mean, not that you can live off it or anything, but it would help to have an extra $200, or you know what I mean, just to pay the light bill, just to do something. And it's crazy that, you know, like that we have these casinos, we have all this stuff going. We haven't had no pre-cap in years, man. And they say that programs don't have enough funding. Where the fuck is the money going? You know what I mean?
More and more casinos.
Yeah, that shit needs to stop. That shit needs to stop.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I keep thinking about these like idle games where you sit there and you just keep building more stuff.
Yeah.
You just keep building more stuff. That gets boring as hell at some point, but it's like you're locked into that. And you just keep going. But that is how you start making the bigger bucks to do more stuff that you're trying to do. So I agree with the forward thinking of some of the people that help move these casinos or make them. But at some point, we do got to turn back our focus to the res and start helping the people.
Yeah.
And there is money, but I think they were thinking more. And I just don't want to lose track of the more important thing, which is the people. And you know, we can't continue to neglect each other's.
Well, check this out. So, and maybe you guys can answer this or respond to this, but like we're talking about money and how much we need money in this country. But like, so like when the casinos first started making their bank and they're able to give it to the tribe was able to get water and, you know, like electricity. But when that happened, a lot of the traditional homes, a lot of families were living together, and that was how our language was so strong, because we were living with everybody. Everybody's talking. When they started giving people power, you could only get power if you lived near the electric line.
Yeah.
And so people had to leave their homes and start new homes. But now you're not with your uncle, now you're not with your aunt, now you're not with grandma. You're not learning the language. And then you think of the rentals, like everyone's against each other, everyone's in their home together. No, I mean, it's just we're adapting these things that work in other places, but we're not modifying them to address what we need out there or as people. So like
that's like what Cece was saying.
Maybe money is not what we need. Maybe we need something other than that. But like we're so Americanized to where, like you said, more money. Well, we have all the money in the world. Is shit gonna get better?
Well,
so I'm just saying, like, yeah, maybe we're chasing the money,
barking up the wrong tree or something.
But like,
I think so.
We spend it too. I mean, I don't know.
I think so. When I saw West Valley go up, I saw it as greed. I saw it as just rude to our sister tribes. That's all I saw. I didn't see, the money didn't entice me. I didn't feel the money. I didn't feel no amount was worth stabbing them in the back and going, we're from here, How would we feel if Gila River came and said, oh, we got land over here, we want to build over here, Oh, hell no. Take your ass back up that way, you know what I mean? We would feel the same way. It just rubbed me the wrong way, and I was mad at Ned. Ned lost my respect over that, because that's how I felt. I just saw greed. All was greed. Money. We want more money. We're going to do this. We bought that land. We paid for lawyers. We paid for all, we paid it, and it's ours now. But when I see it, that's all I see is greed and just stabbing them in the back, and I just didn't think that was cool. I didn't like it. Yeah, that's what I see when I see that casino. When I see Ned, that's what I see. I see Ned Norris. That's what I see. Just a greedy, just man. Because he made those moves without asking anybody, without doing anything. He just started building West Valley. Went to battle for it. Put up all that money for it. Got out of office. Went back in way West Valley. Now they're over there building another casino, and he's out of here, and he's going to be like, oh, yeah, I started that. And man, I just, like I said, greed and just backstabbing our own sister tribes, and that's what I see when I see that casino. We have Golden Hashem, we have Nogales Highway and Saurita. We should have put money into those casinos and blew them up and made them a resort, made people want to come to our casinos instead of spending millions of dollars in that direction. They're like, oh, the jobs. You got to pick up and move your family to Phoenix if you want that job. I didn't agree with it.
I mean, I remember construction workers having to find apartments. Having to live with other people they don't even know just to work there. But like, I don't know. I mean that makes more sense. But again, we're chasing the dollar and chasing that shit, but it's like, is it a never-ending race, or is it like rat race?
Yeah, so hopefully Juan puts his head on right and changes a couple things, changes those little problems within itself. Like I said, that's the main thing with me. Like, bro, this is how you're going to deal with it? This is how you're going to deal with situations when they come up? Deal with it better, please. That's how I felt. That's the only way he lost me, was just like, bro, just shut up, dude. Sometimes saying nothing is the most powerful thing you can do. Just sit there, soak it up.
No, but like, I think that there's a lot of people that wanted him to say something to them because he has that social media connection. Like, there's nobody, other politicians that connect with people on
like
their
the
lives.
way he was doing,
So like, I see that as like, him just addressing it, but like, it was politics. It wasn't really.
Yeah, and then he was like,
that connection.
Like you said, I wanted to know where my vote went. I'm sorry, Juan, but like, there's 2 days, you're disqualified, and you're still telling people we're on the ballot, vote for us. Juan, you misled them. Own up to your part. I'm sorry, I should have came, instead of coming the way he did. I wish he would have dealt with it different. I was all on his side. I still am, but I just, little friction. But, he's going to age and he's going to fine wine. He's going to come out and buff out all the scratches and everything, and it's going to work out good. Like I said, he's young in his political career. This is his first stab at the age that he's at, too, to be a chairman.
Yeah, he's in the running.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. So that's how I felt. Like, bro, you're burning your bridges by going after this board and going after these people that you're going to have to deal with in years to come.
Yeah.
I would not do that. So hopefully, if he hears this, I don't mean to rub him the wrong way, but that's how I feel. And I've been waiting to see him one-on-one when nobody's around so I can talk with him. We're bros. We went to school together. Yeah. We hung out together. We grew up together. I know him. We went to concerts together, everything. I just been wanting to talk with him and just kind of pick at him and see where he's at and how he feels. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to vote for him or I don't want to. I want change, and I see the change that he can pull off. I just want him to mature a little bit more, season a little bit more, and just come back stronger. Stronger. I'm fucking tired of these Berlin Jose's and these fucking... I'm tired. I'm ready for change. Man. I'm ready for it, and that's what it's gonna come from. Somebody new, somebody young, and strong.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. And I told Juan when he was first on with the sales, I was like, hey, bro, you chill out. You do your thing in the office. I'm gonna do my thing out here. Work with these kids. Work with the community. When I need something, I'm going to come to you, and I expect you to help me, and let's get this movement going, So like that. I want to go to a district and be like, hey, I'll set up the league, I'll set up this and that. Can you just provide jerseys? Provide jerseys and pay for my refs, my umps, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't worry about nothing else, I got it. And Juan will be that guy. He'll be like,
you're man on the inside.
Yeah.
A representative I want.
Yeah. And that's what I told him, man.
Someone I could reach out to.
You do your thing in the office. I'm out here putting in groundwork out here. I've been doing this for years. I know what I'm doing out here. And you do your thing over there. When it comes time and we come together, I told him there's a bunch of parts to a machine. Mm-hmm. And they all have to work together to get that machine to go. You know what I mean? So people are like, you should do this, you should... Nah, that's not my position. You got to know your position. And Juan's position, he's in the right spot, And he's got people like us that are putting in the groundwork.
Rocking with him,
Yeah. So, all power to you, Juan. I just want to see you shine.
I agree.
Oh, we've been talking about it, but it's like the experiences we gain from and learn from, we got to go through. So it's like in this social media age where we kind of all saw it. It was like we're gonna comment on it, we're gonna have our opinions on it, but like when I talked to him, he was like, I'm still on my let's get this shit going. So I'm excited for the future. It's just like sometimes we're so in the now that
rush it.
Like like we were saying season, but let it marinate. We're kind of marinating at the time too, so can't rush art. But and a lot of times we've been waiting for this shit to happen, to pop off. Like where we're like, because I think. I don't know if you feel this way sometimes, where it's like it's just me, it's just, or it's just a couple of us, but like there's that feeling too, where it's like I got everybody with me, and we're on it. We're all on the same page. We're all riding the same wave, and I think that's kind of what we're hungry for. So because that's a big position to fill. That's a huge role that he's taking on,
and he's got to be 38.
Yeah. No, he is 37, 38.
Yeah. So, I mean, at that age to be Yeah, I'm excited for him too, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for my pre-cap.
Yeah, even just in the couple of years, his wording, his voice is like I'm locked in listening.
He's tuning his instrument.
He's saying stuff I'm thinking, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I keep going.
Yeah.
So
high hopes for that.
That was but again, we're in that social media phase where we're kind of.
Hey, I was just thinking about that the other day because they said they caught Tupac's killer. Remember, you had to wait for the source every month. Had to wait for the source to come out. You had to wait for a magazine, the monthly magazine, to hear. Yeah. If Facebook and all that shit was around, they probably would have caught that motherfucker. Because we found out all about the killer. We found out about his brother, and he might be tied to Sean Puffy.
Oh, yeah, dude, he's in there. Yeah, Maze was witnessing it.
Yeah, thank God for social media, man. But that shit will still come back and bite you, too.
No, I mean, that's the thing, is like, it's so in the now that our opinions change, we change, we marinate into something else. So like, social media sometimes kills that longevity of things because we're so like, look how many hearts I'm getting, look who's paying attention, and yet that doesn't even matter. None of that shit matters. But back to that shit where we're brainwashed and we're thinking something's important and it's really not. Like, maybe this had to happen to where we know what we're up against, even within our own
community.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's because I feel that way too. Where, and tell me if you felt this too, but like the older generation knew you as a boy. And then when you start doing man shit, suddenly it's like you're still a boy. Because maybe if I haven't accepted the fact that I'm moving on to that next role, but I sometimes I feel that shit where I'm like, I'm not a little kid no more. Like, I'm doing this shit. So like, you either gotta like support me or get the hell out of the way, because like you're not helping by making me feel like I'm still a kid. Like I grew up.
I'm handling this shit now.
But that's me how I feel sometimes with some of the older cats.
That's how I feel. I feel the same exact way. Especially that rodeo. There's a lot of older cats that want to tell me and say shit and but they're not putting in as much work as what you're doing. And I'm turning out kids who are just winning, and then they want to treat me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Or like,
I like, don't yell at me, don't talk to me like that. Like, I don't know, but like again, it's me trying to be respectful, me trying to be like, hey, but like there are times when I want to like just be like, dude, like things are changing,
Hey, remember Skyfest?
Oh yeah.
Skyfest.
We're trying to bring that back, bro.
We were doing that shit when we were young. We fucking did that shit when we were young. Hey, we've been visionaries. We've been.
When you were talking about helping like set up the junior rodeo, I was like, man, you were like roadie for those Jeffrey and my bro, and you were like helping them set up their stuff, you were driving them to the Ville to play, but like you were helping them out like just any way you could.
Being there with the we said, remember when we brought all that flooring in when it was raining? Were you there that year?
Yeah.
That shit was good, man. Those were good times.
Dang, I mean, but that was like kids. We were kids, setting that stuff up. Because we needed it.
I think a generation of kids that can do that can do wonders as adults. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
At that age, pulled that off. sky's the limit. If I think what we all forget sometimes is that our strength is in our numbers and coming together. All of us.
Yeah.
And like one good thing that the tribe has is that we are a tribe of the same. We're all together. We should know by now that we're all the same and together, and our strength is in coming together versus being separate or hiding in our homes from each other. So we should be the collective of strength and honor and heart and develop. Like, you guys are doing it. I always say that to Sky, you're doing it. And now I'm hearing your story. I'm like, you're doing it. Jeff's doing it with you guys. Like, and Maria, like you said, and Amy Juan and Sissy. Like, I liked Sissy's whole idea of, yes, she was doing the legal route, and it was like, yes, we need this law and order, but we also need to make it TO, something for us. And I think that was an approach we can go on so many levels in all directions, not just the law, but how we handle ourselves, how we develop ourselves, how we evolve. And I think it's together where we're going to get it done. Yeah. Only together. Like I think the separation of each other is only getting in our way. And like you said about support me or get out of the way. Like yeah. If you're not going to be helping me solve this problem, then you're part of the problem. Yeah. Like so these, like I said, we're an elder-centered culture, but our elderly are getting worn out. They've been doing it so long, they're burning out, and maybe they're not ready to let go of those reins, but they do need to open up and let some new blood in too, or they'll wither and die without it. Like the people, the mind, the whatever it is, the face, the front, whatever it is, the forefront of what's going on with our tribe, it needs to be fed with new blood, or it will wither and die. And some people don't see that, or they're hard at accepting that. Yeah. Which, if we can be real, that's understandable. To be able to give any rein up, to share the wheel sometimes. But like I said, we got people coming up. We got you guys. We got like the youth can depend on you guys. And if there's more like you out there running programs, doing anything for the youth around them, then we're going to be a hell of a lot better off than focusing on needing money all the time. Like having your value, your money being your investment, being the kids. Yeah. The next generation.
Just keep it coming.
Yeah, and just keep that going. And I think we'll all be a lot better off doing that, investing in that ourselves, investing in us versus investing in more money. Yeah. Because it's not necessarily the best thing for us. So yeah, I'm really hopeful for the future that we come together. And I think a guy like Juan, or at least young people, and I'm including us in that. Yeah, we're old. Yeah, we haven't been in high school for 20 years. But I'm saying, like we've got the experience and the know-how to deal with problems when they come now. And that's only something you can get with age. And I think we're at the right age to do something. The right age to take the reins.
Yeah. A revolution or something like that.
A renaissance of culture. A new. I think the definition of resonance was like a rebirth. I think that was what it means. Like Hardy was talking about it a lot too. But a rebirthing, a revamping of our culture, the Himthag, empowering it for the next generation to take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping for. and I'll do my part if I can.
Yeah. Doing stuff like this is your part.
Yeah.
This is your part right here.
I gotta remember that. Yeah. Like I'm hopeful. I think as long as we stay hopeful and try to put some part in it.
If it wasn't for Hardy, I don't think I would have graduated, man. Yeah, I just go like I could pick if I wanted to listen to Jimi Hendrix or Bob Marley, Pink Floyd, whatever.
Bob Dylan,
He created a safe haven. For all of us. A place to have a free expression and understanding too. It wasn't like a huge I'm an authority. It was more like I'm your teacher, and I'm here to teach you, and I like that a lot. Then versus I'm gonna beat you down with rules and control you. No, he didn't want to do that.
Nah, that's the thing. It's like some of these educators are like, you gotta come to my level where at least Hardy was kind of meeting us in the middle. It's not coming all the way. That was what we needed.
Dedicated teachers. Like you guys.
Yes. I think about Hardy a lot because, I was mean to him, disrespectful, and come on, Jason. He's just always nice and just cool, happy, and
he rode with it.
Yeah.
No, he understood. He understood something.
Still does, I think.
I haven't seen him. Have you seen him lately?
Just talk to him.
Yeah.
Just talk to him on the phone.
I think he's Washington or Oregon.
Oregon.
I think it's Oregon. Where he's at?
Shrooms and acid and stuff.
All that.
Just having a good time.
We were talking about microdosing last time.
Hey, have you?
Trauma?
It really just, for a month, I did it. And just in the morning, just microdose. And it changed. I didn't feel it right away, but after like 2 weeks, I'm like, man, nothing has happened. And bad stuff was happening. But I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? It just kept me positive. I wasn't tripping. I wasn't like on the acid trip or seeing things or anything like that, but it was just real positive. Everything was positive. I liked it. It was good.
Like focused.
Focus and
clarity.
Like
clear thought.
And
if something came along, you dealt with it.
Dealt with it real good.
And we're fine. And we're just fine.
So I mean, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But I don't get too crazy on the just the fact that it's frowned upon, and some cultures are it's frowned upon. So I don't. But what's that saying? Don't knock it till you try it.
Well, that I think we're starting on a whole other tangent here, but I wholeheartedly believe that there's something to that. Like just the fact that our brains have the receptors to receive that chemical. Like you don't just get that overnight. You get that from years and years of development and evolution. And the fact that so many people shun it and go, oh, it's for druggies or something like that. No, I think it's a medicine that if used correctly could really save people from themselves or from trauma or to focus better than any of these made up drugs that they're throwing at us, like forcing down our throats, like, oh, take this drug for this and this and this, and really the power to heal yourself is within us. We've got this crazy power that just hasn't been unlocked. And I think mushrooms have a very healing, positive effect when used correctly, at least, or thoughtfully, openly, and in a environment where it's nurtured or protected. Like I like that it's being legalized and people are working on that. I like that because I do think there's more to it than people are open to even visualizing or realizing. They're like, it's a drug. It's a crazy this. It has this weird association with it, which is why people are, especially older people, I'm sorry, are more resilient or not being receptive to or open-minded about the possibility of it actually being positive and helpful. But everything I've ever seen like microdoses or at least controlled trips where they're the hero's journey amount.
Yeah.
When it's in a controlled environment, I've seen it improve, post-traumatic stress people with the syndromes, and even for me, it's made me go deep. Like every time I have that afterwards clarity that comes with it, I've always realized our strength is in people. People. We need each other's. And I'm not just talking natives or the U.S. I'm talking the world.
Mankind, yeah.
Humanity need each other's. And the fact that we're always fighting is so. I think we're developing the culture for that we're choosing kind of a far off path that's not paying off.
Yeah.
Because it's getting nasty out there. I think our focus on money and greed and, war. Yes, protection for the weak needs to happen, which is a lot of reasons why war happens. Is they're like, we got to go fight these bad men. The bad men need to be fought. So I'm not against that. I'm just saying, like, if we came together as people, I don't know how. I have no idea how. Maybe mushrooms. I don't know. There's our strength and undying power is in each other's, and we all hold the key, like a different key to this. I don't know what the hell you call it. A power. Our power is together, and the more we separate from each other, the weaker we get. And that's one thing that mushrooms, microdosing, and I've done the journey several times, is I always come out with the belief that our strength is in each other's, and the best energy we could ever have is inside us and together. And I wish more people would go through that and experience that for themselves, so that they're on the same page. Because I think it's positive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even even in a controlled setting scientifically, where they've been doing studies, now that it's being legalized, they're now allowed to study it. They've shown that even people with negative effects, they're like, I'm never going to take it again, they still say they got positivity out of it. There's still results that they didn't expect that change them for the rest of their life, and they're like, I may never do it again, but now I think this way. And I see nothing but good in that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what about the legalization of marijuana? How do you feel about that? Same thing.
Yeah. It's hard to fight reefer madness and that type of thinking. Again, it's something that's looked at dirty, but every day we're developing drugs that are totally destroying us, making us weaker.
Yeah.
And I just don't see marijuana as being one of those drugs.
It was about 2011 I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. My whole body went numb on my left side, and we couldn't figure out. They took me in, tests, everything, lesions all down my brain.
Really?
And they said it was multiple sclerosis. I didn't know nothing about multiple sclerosis. And then just learning and then I started getting my med card. And I've been a card holder since 2012. And so I was a recreational smoker before, but then I started tinctures and started, learning the different topical creams and CBD oils and all this and that. And that just changed my whole fucking... I was like, this thing is medicine. This thing is, if you use it, it can be abused too.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
All drugs can. All drugs.
Yeah. And then, so when they went to recreation, I was like, no. I wasn't for that. I was against that. Only the fact that I deal with kids a lot.
Okay.
I deal with kids a lot, and I see it. Before it was recreation, I would have to confiscate shit from people. Yeah. I would get carts. They would have carts at practice, and I'd be like, hell no. I'm showing your parents. No. Well, don't come around here with that shit no more.
Yeah.
And once we made it made it so much easier for kids to get, and for everybody to get.
Oh, yeah.
Not just kids, everybody. I mean... So that's the only reason that I wasn't for the recreation, because I felt it was already legal. Just get your card. And
then that's regulated.
Yeah.
In my mind, the idea of recreational legalization is that it makes the laws that punish people found with a certain amount not as huge. Like, you're not going away the rest of your life because you wanted to smoke some bud. You know what I mean? Like if it's still criminalized, then people are going to jail. People are getting separated from their families. And it's for marijuana. Like it's for this plant. Like it's like I don't want to marginalize the problem of drug use or an addiction, but I am saying that to legalize it, it takes a little bit of that government power away to penalize and lock people in boxes. Okay,
so being that I'm a card holder since 2012, I had run-ins with the law, and they would come up and they could smell it as soon as I would roll down the window, give them my driver's license, and they'd be like, well, do you have a card for what I'm smelling? And yeah, give them the card. They wouldn't search the card. They would never had no problems, nothing like that. So, I mean, that would fall under the getting your card thing. I just felt it would be more easier to control, and then it would, like, you showed the effort to go get your card, you're going to protect it. You paid $150 for that card, $200, whatever, so you're going to abide somewhat by the laws and not be so fucking just freely buying it and giving it to whoever or doing whatever with it. So I felt when it was a card and then they changed it to recreational, it did nothing to the law. It changed nothing. I wanted it to be where you were protected in the workplace. They couldn't. Jobs can still not hire you because you test positive for marijuana. I didn't like that. You could get pulled over today, draw your blood, and you smoked a joint yesterday, and it's in your blood, and you're gonna get a DUI, and it does nothing to protect you. And then the whole 2 ounces. I'll smoke an ounce in 2 days. I'll smoke an ounce in 2-3 days. So to go 2 ounces in 2 weeks, I did not feel that was right. I wish they would have changed some things. I wish they would have made it easier to get your card and do things like that instead of making it recreational. But that's just how I felt like that. Like you're saying, the legal. Yeah, I think everybody should be covered. And I mean, you got a little weed on you, okay. Just be honest, show me your card, and hey, I got some weed on me. Yeah. That's it. And yeah, you don't get thrown in the box. You're not a criminal because you had a joint in your pocket, you know?
Well, that's what I'm seeing with the advancement.
Yeah.
I think recreational was inevitable. It was just going to happen. It's like even before you smoke. You know, before all this came along, it was legalized. You're still smoking anyway. But now there's decriminalization, the punishment side, the government side, the tax side. They get their piece now. I'm all for that. And mushrooms. I see it in Washington where they've gone full legal recreation on everything. That looks scary to me.
Yeah. Is it like coke and everything, huh?
Everything. There are people
heroin
shooting up in downtown. Oh shit! Everywhere, and they're freaking out. And you know, those homeless patches are getting bigger and bigger. And that, I'm like, I'm not totally down with that. And I don't know if that makes me a hypocrite saying, but I think this drug and a couple others are ones that, like I said, are a lot more positively medicinal than a lot of the shit that's just being pharmaceutically made and pushed on us.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, and I'm saying decriminalization all the way to recreational, because there are going to be people who can't throw down $200, you know.
Yeah.
But some of them still need it. Some of them still need that, and I think that reaches out just a little bit further. And as far as kids getting it, it's the environment that their parents create. It's going to be out there. We got it in there when we were youngsters, you know. It was there.
Yeah, that's like cussing music.
With or without laws. With or without laws.
She gets me with parents, and they're like, my kids don't listen to that. Yeah, they listen to it when they got their headphones on, or when you're not around, when they hear my 9 this, my 9 that, MF this, MF that.
It's going to happen,
Yeah. You
It
can't stop it, It's going to happen.
We just need more guidance by the people who are there, like you guys, to guide them in this journey. Like it's a journey that we're all gonna go through.
Yeah.
And you gotta learn right and wrong sometimes by doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying to our younger listeners go out and do it. I'm just saying that sooner or later, like you said, sooner or later you're gonna reach that point where you got decisions to make. Mm-hmm. And the older you get, the more decisions are given to you that you have to make. Mm-hmm. Responsibility. And I just hope someone's around to guide them when they come to that.
Yeah. So that's exactly where I'm at. You know, because I know how that feels. I didn't have guidance when I was at that point. I didn't have no guidance in all the decisions I was making. I didn't have no guidance. So hopefully, I want those kids to be able to come to me and feel comfortable and know that, hey, you know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not gonna bash you because I've been there. Yeah. But I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm gonna tell you this is what's gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing that I've been dealing with them goddamn kids, man. Yeah.
Well, your experience alone, not having that guidance, now you know to provide it.
Yeah.
It took that.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm grateful for that too. It's a spectrum, man. We're in this world, and we're going through it. And I just think the more people we have out there guiding our youth in positive ways, and out there to catch those moments when it's like, hey, you have a decision to make, the better off we'll be.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yeah. Hey, Sky, you ever get paid for coaching?
Not in money.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
All these years that I've been doing it, I've never got paid coaching.
No, I pay myself.
Yeah, they tried to give me a check one time, and I told them, don't give me that check, put it into the program.
Yeah,
I don't want that money.
I mean, I have fat people who donate stuff to the team. I see that as a paycheck. I mean, it was so funny. There's a little girl the other day, or it was a while back, but she had made this cool drawing of a basketball. She took her time coloring marker, and then she did tape, laminated. It was like a lamination, but she did it herself with Scotch tape. And she gave it to me, and I was just like, "You made this for me?" And then I still have it in my room, but it was just like, this is worth more than anything that I could ever get.
This priceless, right?
She recognized that I'm the coach, and that she wanted to do something and give me something, and that was what she could give, was a paper of a basketball drawing. And I was like, this is probably worth it more than anything I could get.
Hey, so this one time we were killing it with the baseball team, and I had this kid, and every day at practice he would ask me, "Hey, Jason, Mom wants to know what you want to eat tonight. She was bringing me popovers and all kinds of everything. Hey, the game's on tonight. Mom said to come over.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you to keep your glove oiled. Yeah, man, this is wild because people think you get paid off of coaching or things. I never have. I always just volunteer my time. I've done it for free all these years. Yeah, when I've had Bobo tried to offer me a check and I told him no, I don't want it. Take that check and put that money into the program.
Yeah, get some jerseys.
Yeah.
Nah, it would be nice.
Yeah.
I think if in a perfect world where I'm putting in time and I'm putting in hours, but like in the world we live in where it's like our donated time and there's really no, that's where I fumbled with the non-profit status where you can go apply for grants and get that money to apply. I think that's a lot of work opposed to like just getting there with the kids. Like you don't need that. That's free. Like to do that, like you don't need a lot of money to just show up to the courts and bring a ball. You know.
People say that to me. They're like, you should go to the district and ask for money. You should go and do this. Nah, I'm good. We're just gonna keep moving the way we're moving and just.
I mean, that too. Like, when we went to Vegas, the guy that was hosting the event, like, he wanted us to come, and I told him, like, man, we don't got no money. Like, he waived our entry fee, so like that helped. So like, maybe that's the way of me being paid, but like even then, like we still have to fundraise to pay for the other stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They give me money. I'm buying jerseys. I'm buying, you know what I mean. I'm buying stuff for the kids, you know. So
it's almost like it wouldn't feel right.
Yeah,
getting that, or I don't know, but it's just because that's how we've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
There's sometimes where I'm like, man, I want to hire this person, but then I'm like, that's out of my own pocket. Maybe if I really needed them, but then, because my mom's always saying, you need more volunteers, you need to go get more coaches. I'm like, this is a tough job. Like, if they want to do it, they got to want to do it. I can't tell them to.
They would be out here. Yeah, you don't got to. Somebody that wants that job, they're going to be there. Yeah. And you're not going to have to ask them. They're going to ask you, hey, is it cool if I come back?
Yeah.
Hey, is it cool if I come out and help you guys tomorrow?
But I think that's what we're realizing now is, like, there's people that want to help. We just kind of got to, like, amp them up a little or even tell them just some encouraging words, like, you being here makes a difference. So, like, can you keep coming? Like, you can be here tomorrow, but, like, it's a tough job. I mean, it never ends. Like, even the other day after I had 2 practices, like I had to just drive because my mind was just like eating it up, because like when practice starts, like the kids are all watching you. They want to know what we're doing next, and just being on the fly and coming up with all of that, and then it's over and they go home. You just have all these thoughts of like, how could I make this better? And having 2 practices the other day, I was just sort of like, man, like I need to think on this some more, because it's double what I'm used to doing now that I'm doing middle school.
Yeah.
But
that's it.
I think it's more like, I guess what I always say, like I learn more from the kids than they might learn from me at times. So sometimes I should be paying them.
A lot of that driving, and I know that feeling. You get home and you're just thinking about practice, the drills. Did I run the right one? We got to do this. We got to work on that next week. And
did I handle that right?
There's so many.
I should have did this instead of that, you know, but it's kind of, to me, it's always like kept me out of trouble too, you know, in a way where like if I'm not doing this, what am I doing?
Yeah, that was me. That was part of why I got at 18 years old. I'm on probation. I'm on all this. So that kept me off the streets and hanging with my friends because we were getting into trouble.
Yeah.
So at 18, that's what I did to stay busy.
Mm-hmm.
Stay busy. I was spending time with the kids, spending my money on the kids, and doing all that. And it's a passion. It's not a hobby. It's a passion.
Yeah, it's an obsession. Kind of an obsession too.
Like that. I go home, I'm thinking about it. I wake up, I'm thinking about it, and it's something that I like to do. I love to do.
And what freaks me out too about it, it's kind of like warms your heart, is like you'll talk to a kid one day, and for the rest of their life, they know you as coach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I coached him for a day, and I'm the coach now. So that was always like, damn, just that little interaction, I'm coach.
Yeah, kids would come on.
I still freak out when Jeff calls me Coach Sky. I'm like, man, he gave me a new name because like I would still say just call me Sky, but like like that respect thing that he put on that, like,
cool.
Very thankful for Jeff, putting me in that, because I was always thinking I'll be the facilitator, I'll get things going, you'll coach, but I think he knew that I would do good, or I don't know. I should ask him, but like he's
just trying to light that fire under you.
But like I always think he kind of like gave me permission to be a coach because like that he Coach Sky. This is Coach Sky, everybody, and then it was like boom, this is who I am now. So it's kind of like like a new identity, but like I've been doing it for so long that it's sometimes I forget what else I was doing before then. But like I said,
you've been doing this a long time.
It did keep me. I mean, the year sometimes, like there's a time when I think I need to get better with managing the year versus when there's downtime. Like I need to be doing other stuff that ties into coaching versus like, oh, it's a break, you can go do whatever you want. That usually means like party or have fun, but sometimes fun is not always positive. So
sure.
Like I said, like sometimes the kids are like keeping me straight on a path. So
responsibility.
It's a lot of responsibility, but it's also like
that.
My power,
Well, it's like they've become dependent on you, and in a way you've become dependent on them to improve, I guess, together.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
So I mean, but like I've come into it a lot, but for a while in the beginning, I was just sort of like, I felt like I needed a lot of other people, but now I'm like, no, we can do this. We got this.
What about music? Would you teach people how to do music? Both of you guys know music, but it's hard. Like for me, I'm not a musician anyway. I cannot.
I don't know.
The kids are your instruments, man. You're making sweet music with their futures.
Yeah.
It shows in them. The good things that they're going to go on to do, you're going to be a part of that. That's the music right there.
Man, I like the kids. I like giving back to the community. Like you said, I felt that way in the beginning. I was like, I'm just this naughty fucking kid that these people actually trust me with driving their kids to a game way over there and coming back and this and that, and it was hard to accept.
That was that first time when we went to Grand Canyon University to watch a game, and that's when Jeff had that big Tahoe, that
big white one, yeah.
And I think it was Sean, one of the parents. She was just meeting me, and she was like, "You're the one taking them?" Like, you know? And I was like, "You're trusting?" Like, I was in my head, I'm thinking like, "You're trusting me with these kids to go?" Like, it was a trip, but like, you know, after a while, I think it got a little bit easier. But yeah, it is sort of like, man, you're trusting me with your kid. Like,
yeah,
but. Yeah, I mean,
it's huge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, especially, man, Sky, you guys blown up. The Edge program is really blown up. I remember when it started, and now you guys got girls teams, and you guys got the little kids and everything. And you guys are where you are now, so I like it. That's cool.
SETI, man, I love SETI so much.
Yeah.
And, you know, when he had his last senior year with the Warriors, and, you know, as far as they went in states, and he had posted, what did he say in his post? It was something like, you know, just made some history with my bros. And it was just sort of like, cool. That's what it's all about, you know, like, staying together and working hard and going places, but then like also being appreciative of like those around you. So like, you know, I was proud of him when they went that far, and it was just kind of like, man, like I remember when I first met this kid and I was taking him home. We were neighbors, and then when the pandemic happened, like we were balling at the South Comic, like playing tips 21. So like, you know, to see him have all that success, and just now he's in school and having his adult adult challenges. I'm just sort of like, I'm glad I got to be a part of that for a little bit. But like, you know, I'm excited. I'm still watching him. I'm still excited to see what he's doing, even if I'm not coaching. I'm just a fan now. But it was nice to kind of be a part of that environment that, you know, he figured stuff out, and, you know, if I was able to teach him something that he could take, then that was all good. But like, when you put that post out, I was just like, like not all of us can experience that, but for him to be able to say that and own it, it was just like, damn.
I seen one of my kids that played for my team. I seen his mom, and I asked her, "So how is he? Where is he at?" She said, "You didn't hear?" He said, "No. He's a park ranger at Yosemite National Park." Oh my God. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah. That was cool, yeah. These kids need that, you know, guidance and just being there. Who knows what they're going to do? Who knows what they're going to do? I never expected her to say that. What she said, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
He likes it. He likes it. Hey, I know he does. I know he will, man. That's cool, man. And she said that. She, you know, thanks. Because he was just a little chubby kid that just played with action figures and didn't do much, and I told him, come on over and play, and it changed his whole world.
Wow.
Just showed him the trick, showed him how to get on base, how to steal and do all that, and he just fell in love with it, and it changed everything. He don't play with action figures no more. He's out there living it, you know? That's crazy, yeah.
Wow.
So who knows where SETI's going to be at in 5-10 years.
Well, I always used to tell him and Eli, because they were both like, I think I don't want to say favorite, but I mean, I just spent a lot of time with them to where it was always like, you guys can come back and do this. Like, that was me and Jeff's always kind of goal too. Is like, we want to be in the stands watching this all happen. You know, we don't gotta coach. We just gotta hang out and watch you guys do it. So like, I'm hoping they would want to take over Edge one day and keep it going.
That's what I tell them too. I say, I'm not coaching for this season. I don't care what happens this year. I'm coaching for season tickets because one of these days you're gonna make it. Yeah, you're gonna make it. It just give me a ticket, that's what I want.
Yeah,
I don't care if we lose or we don't make it to the championship, but one day you're gonna make it, man. Coaching for some damn season tickets, man. I don't know who's gonna be the first one to give me some season tickets. I'm getting close, man. Getting close. So you probably got a little bit more time too, because like I said, I'm going on. I was 18 and 37, so all these years I've been coaching. Like that Jesse Fallon, you got Trent, and those guys that are in there that are at college playing ball and doing things. So hopefully somebody soon will make it, and they'll be like, "Hey, coach, I got a ticket for you."
Yeah.
All right, man.
There's your pay right there.
Yeah, that's the pay right there, man. That's all I want, man. I tell them all the time, somebody's gonna make it, man. Somebody's gonna make it, man. And that's, thinking about it too. That's rodeo too. I would get 5-6 kids, enter them up, pay for them, and be like, something's got to hit, man. Somebody's got to fucking win. So, it's crazy to think like that, man. It's possible. It's possible.
Well, I think it's cool when you see the older brother, and then the younger brother, and then the little brother, and then it's just like it's almost like reliving the same day sometimes, because we did this with your bro, and then it's a different bro a few months later. It's kind of like there's a point where
what's his name? Those Lance and Sylvester.
Yeah.
Those Batista boys. Was it Tarantino's boys?
Tori.
Tori.
Kylie,
I had what's the other one? The older brother. What's his name? Not Tori. Damn, now I can't think of his. Tarantino Batista. Yeah, the little boy. I had him, and then his brother. And then I was like, they had another one. And then you guys got the little guy. I get what you're saying by that. They just keep multiplying.
No, but I think that's kind of the cool thing too. Is like they watched at a young age, and they're able to see their someone they look up to as older sibling, and now it's like, well, I want to get in on that. I see that with Clayton's kids too.
Oh yeah,
where they all kind of play, and all Cecilia and Mike, and it's just like, and then there's talks of the younger one wanting to play when he's old enough. So it's just kind of like, man, we could be doing this for a long time.
Oh yeah, you keep it going.
But yeah,
hopefully Bobble can get a state championship within the next few years.
This year, man.
Cool.
Think so?
Yeah, they have the talent. I mean, they have the heart.
Would it be the first time?
Yeah,
No,
we don't have a state
in basketball.
No,
we don't have a state.
I don't think.
really. I feel like point.
We made it to the Final Four. Like, we were second place last year, but
not once.
I
don't know about all that.
Maybe
before our time.
I think Gary Manuel's son was the closest that ever got those Woody and them. I think they're the closest that ever got to one.
Besides this past year.
And then this past year,
Yeah.
But then still, with Jeff and Jordan and Jason Tutu and all those guys, they remember Alchese? They made that run and they lost against Alchese.
Yeah, I think it was the Final Four.
Final Four?
Yeah.
I thought they made it.
I thought they got closer. I thought it was like championship.
Josh,
all those guys,
No, it was close. I mean, that was a good team, but there was no state. I want to say maybe regionals. I think Carmen.
Yeah, we got regionals already. Yeah.
But state, we need it though, because I think that would. Then we can say it's possible.
Yeah. A win to show. Hey,
yeah, this is what we. Yeah, this is. You all have that in you. So,
it can be done. Well, I hope you get them there, Sky. Oh, who is it? Joe Meese, or who's coaching this year?
I think it's Joe and Noel and Drew. They got a good. They're solid. You know, they just gotta work hard. And
the kids are good. It's the coaching staff and a lot of shit that I worry about. I don't think 100% of the coaching staff is there for the right reasons. Some of them are there for the wrong reasons. And I felt that way about football, about all the sports out there.
Yeah. I always say, like, there's coaches that want to win, and then there's coaches that want to build relationships with their players.
Yeah.
Even after the game's over.
Yeah.
So
not about winning all the time, Scott.
I know that. I mean, but it is fun to win though too. So it's kind of a pool.
I don't mind losing.
When losing gives you some, like, there's concrete information when you lose to be able to go back to practice, back to the drawing board, and be like, now we gotta fix this, we need to do this, we need to work more on that. When you win, you won. So you got what you were supposed to do, but yet there's not
to teach.
You could almost win and not gain anything.
Yeah.
Opposed to losing, you have all this information like, oh, I need to step up on this side and maybe work on this. So losing is not the worst thing, but sometimes we make it seem like it is.
It is, guy. I hate it.
No, but that's that motivation to, like, you know, it's a long journey. It's not a one-day trip. It's an ongoing thing. Until your number's called, you know, until you can't do it no more. I think that's the crazy part about, you know, the world and our life is, like, we don't know how long we're going to be doing anything, so it's like, get the most out of it, because when you're gone, you're gone.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to leave behind? Yeah, that's what they always say, you're judged by what you leave behind. Hopefully I leave something good. I'm hoping for that, man. I'm hoping for that. I'll build a statue of me right there. Something shit, man. Name a field after me at least or something, man.
I'm trying to think of something I would be proud of.
Put your name on that street over there. Stop going.
Nah, but we've talked about this, but, like, it would be cool if we had our own gym. I think that's kind of like my. Yeah. I would like to leave that, but so I don't even know if I'm in the right steps to making that happen, but that's what I would like to leave if I could, you know, a facility that's for this environment, like hard workers.
You gotta manifest this guy. You keep having that.
Speak into existence. I'm trying. I've been talking about it for a long time, but I mean,
I've been talking about this skate park for a long time, and that motherfucker's still ain't. Yeah, no. Yeah, it sucks, especially dealing with Sales District. Sales District is hard to get anything out of them. It's hard. Those ladies up there, I understand you got, but when something's positive, sometimes you just gotta go with it, man. They're like, no. Well, what about this? Who's gonna be responsible? Who's this? Who's that?
Yeah.
Me? I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. I forget what the issue was that came up with cells. Somebody was talking down on them, and I was like, you know what? It's kind of hard doing anything with Cells District anyway. Oh, Juan. Here we go with Juan again. He was talking about the Cells District and how the nation went ahead and okayed the new building and didn't talk to Cells District or ask them anything and this and that. And that's exactly what I thought in my head. I was like, if they would have asked you, they would have said no. They would have shut the whole idea down. So they just made that executive decision and went. Because, man, it's hard. Like I said, there was a foundation that was willing to come in, donate the money, cement, everything. They didn't need workers. They didn't need anything. They just needed a spot to put the skate park. Mm-hmm. Went to Cells District. They said no. Yeah, they were
fucking love.
We tried to say, well, what about the gallery behind Bashas, the thing? Yeah. What about that? They're like, oh, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to BIA. So the kids went and did their research. Went to BIA. BIA said, no, that's not ours. We pulled out the map. We don't have it. Mm-hmm. Went back to Cells District and said, they said it's not theirs. Like, can we build? No. No. Like, what the fuck, man? All positive. And then they said, well, who's going to be responsible? How are we going to make sure that skating's going on and all this and that? If something happens there, somebody gets hurt. Oh, man. Just all negative. Didn't see no positive in it. Didn't see nothing. It was just bad.
Well, there's no, I don't want to say hope, but like no encouragement to keep kind of going. It's like, when you hear no, it's almost like, like it's not possible, but like anything's possible. So, like, can we get your support, or you got any recommendations, or like a solution to this issue? But I know sometimes we want to say something versus provide any kind of like we understand where you're coming from, but we have all these concerns, and it's just easy to say no.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer we want.
But yeah, and from my understanding, when all that was happening, the kids went and did their research and found skate parks that are in the city, that are over here, and that have this, like, skate at your own risk type of thing, where they can't be sued or they can't nothing, you know what I mean? And they didn't even want to, like, look at it or take it. They're just like, no.
It's like that with the gyms. I won't say it was a BIU school, and we were trying to, like, hey, we want to come to your school, we want to do a clinic, because we do Edge and Cells, but like, why can't we do it out in the other schools? And the principal was like, oh, that's fine. Do you got your $150,000 liability insurance? like damn, like $150,000. Like, we don't got that kind of money, but like, I don't know. It was just sort of like, it was discouraging, but it was also kind of like that was the excuse for us not to make that happen. And
150,000. Yeah.
That's my first thought is the tribe's got that.
Yeah.
and to be able to spread positivity amongst the kids, I think that's a small investment for the positivity that will come from that.
Yeah.
That's discouraging to hear, but I think you're gonna get it. I think you're gonna get it. You just go, okay, that sounds like a lot of money, but what if we did have it?
Yeah.
Say, like, turn around and be like, okay, say we had $150,000. Then what's your answer? And just keep asking. Because I think the money, like you said before, we got the money. It's not really the money that's the issue. It's the support. I don't think 150,000 is a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes to the tribe and what's trading hands on a daily basis every year. Maybe not daily basis, but every year money does come through. And I think if we talk to the right people, that I don't know who you talk to, but the right people.
Juan Buendia.
Yeah. That would make that happen. Or, say, hey, if you guys raise half, we'll give you, or raise a quarter, and we'll give you the other half, or raise a third, and we'll give you the other 2/3. Like, somebody offer a solution versus a no. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
The Yaqui, did you see their new Boys and Girls Club?
No.
Not yet.
They got a badass facility, and what they did was they challenged the tribe to match what Boys and Girls Club was going to donate. Boys and Girls Club donated half. And then the tribe came in and doubled what they built $1 million facility over there with all the money.
Wow.
And they got a new gym. They got a recording studio in there. They got everything. And yeah, I don't know why our tribe won't do that. Like, they beyond matched what boys. They said they were going to match it, and they doubled it. And they just went all out on that facility. It was nice. I saw it before it opened. We had to go in there and do soap dispensers and tissue paper and everything. It was nice, man. Wow. They had that mirror that you work out and lift. They had them on the wall. I'm like, fuck, those are $1,000 machines alone right there. Has the weights on there where you know what I mean? I was like, dang, man, why our tribe can't do that, man?
I think they can.
They can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they can. They need to.
They need open the eyes to the possibility. Like, I think when it's just talking money, $150,000. That's beside the point there. It's like each child that gets changed, like this one child you brought up, you're like, now he's living out there in the world, doing something, contributing. Each one of these children that are going to get affected by this experience provided by the tribe is an investment in future kids coming back with knowledge, experience, and then they come back and do it again for the next people. This is an investment into our future. Like, if anything, that 150 is a drop in the bucket versus what they're going to get back in human value.
Yeah.
And I think if they don't see that, they need to be shown that.
You're supposed to be in that position to see stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why you're in that position.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they need their eyes opened.
Yeah.
Say, hey, look, every investment we're asking for is going to return in people money, people power. Like they're gonna get this good experience. Like, the tribe does care about us. Just the skater group on this one project, the skate part. Every skater that skates in there is going to be able to say, hey, we didn't have this before, now we do. And it came from the tribe. Or it came from our tribal members that got it for us. Then they're going to turn around and go, what can we do for the next group? And the same thing with your basketball court. I think that's definitely possible, and it's a good idea. And maybe even a new rodeo facility, something. Like just
arena.
Small. And I'm not saying they're small, but I'm saying to what the tribe is capable of, it will be a small investment into a huge return.
Yeah.
In people. I think that may be what they were missing in their foresight was, hey, the people that are going to be positively, and they focused on the negative. They're like, somebody's going to get hurt. I'm like, definitely somebody's going to get hurt. That's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, if they're out there skating on a road full of rocks versus a nice smooth surface that was built for that, you're going to get more hurt out there than they're going to get hurt here. And I'd rather it be, okay, there's one person or few people that get hurt. There's going to be a whole mass of other kids that didn't get hurt, and they're going to have the positive experience. And even the kids that get hurt are going to be there in their cast or whatever, waiting for the cast to come to go again. And it's like, if they don't see that, then they're freaking blind to the real money, the real investment, and it's the people. So I think maybe what would help you guys in the future, if you go and ask for something like that, is take your kids with you and go, these, it's not for me, it's for them, it's for us, it's for all of us. And these kids that you're going to invest in are going to come back and take care of you. Yeah. Because you're not going to be able to take care of yourself in so many years. And if they're positive people, positively affected in their lives, where they grow into full human beings, they're a lot more likely to be willing to come back and help and be positive and improve more positivity. Yeah. Share more positivity versus negativity. And either eyes open to that. But guys, this is a small investment into a huge, huge return. And it's for all of us. Yeah. And even like not even the skaters, the people who are related to the skaters, because they're going to be positive and they're going to take their little cousin, like you were saying, the little ones are watching the older ones. I'd rather see my kid, even if they're getting hurt, but they're out there positively skating versus chilling and drinking. You know, the younger ones are going to see a positive use of energy. You know, the kids are going to be out there working out on the basketball court. Now they want to do it too. Yeah. That was a lot more fun than sitting under a tree being shit-faced. You know? I'd rather be skating on a brand new skate park. That's exciting. I want that. And they're going to see their older, the kids, the first kids that get it. The kids behind them are going to see that. And I want that. That looks like more fun. That looks like something I want to do. Versus, you know, all the other negative shit that's already out there. It's already out there in abundance.
At their fingertips, man.
Yeah, so let's give them something positive to look forward to, positive to share with their friends and family and their community. And if we invest in that, the gain for the people is going to be so much more than whatever small one-time price this one park's going to take.
Trent Chavez like that. He's up there in North Dakota. He's playing ball. They got him coaching a little league team. Oh shit! I talked to his dad, and his dad said he can't wait to come home. He wants to do what he's doing out there. He wants to do that here.
And that's one kid.
Yeah.
One kid turned by their interactions with you guys. Now he wants to return and bring all that back and affect more kids. Yeah. And that's what we need. More of that. Less of the bullshit, more of that.
And Trent's a good kid. Like he's a solid kid. That's like that makes me happy knowing that.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do. You know how he is. That kid is he's all positive and he's a good athlete, good spirit, everything.
Yeah. No, he's.
Thanks to you guys. Thanks to their parents for letting them take part in that. Thanks for whatever money came from the tribe or from you guys. Thanks to all that.
Man.
You got one prime example, one student affecting a gang of students positively. Yeah. And that's the investment.
Well, he played ball for you guys too, huh?
Yeah. That's right. I mean, there was a street where we went to what's that little res called?
Bailes or San Carlos. Yavapai.
Where? What's that casino? Not Red Roof.
Red Rock.
Red Rock. No.
When's
it's just out of Phoenix. Why can't I think
McDowell. Fort McDowell.
No. I don't know, but no, even in sporting chance, he was playing in the league because I think he's a little older than Keanu and them, but he had SETI and we were dominating that league, and he was a part of it because I know he played baseball, but there was those downtimes where he could come with us, and and you know he's like the perfect player because he understands that he has a role and that when you call him, he's ready to put in that same energy off the bench, and like I never had a problem with him. And that I just remember talking to him like, man, when you guys are older, you know, when it's your time, you guys can be changing the world. But it's already happening, you know.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Nice. What's that place?
That village. What is it? Camp Verde.
Camp Verde, yeah.
Camp Verde.
Yeah, we almost won that tournament with him, and I think we lost right at the end, but we were second place, and like it was fun. It was fun, but just good times. And we even knew like you play baseball, but like, but he was, you know, he's just like coachable, you know, one of those kids that just soaks it up. So yeah,
Go'oid dog, that Go'oid dog boy.
Yeah. I need to find that picture because
you got a picture of him in the basketball uniform.
Yeah, no. There's a picture of him where
just don't look right.
Because I think what happened was Sean was tearing it up, but then he cramped up right at the end, so he couldn't play. And so like, and then we took second, but yeah, it was, you know, just one of those teams where it's like, man, when you guys are playing together, it's special odds, yeah. But let's see if I can find it.
Oh no, I want to see this picture right here. Yeah, hopefully he can stick it out. You know, I've seen a couple kids go, and it's hard.
Oh yeah,
I know it's hard, and especially as Native American, I know how it is to be away from your land, away from your people. That eats at you. Dealing with some stuff that, you know, you're not used to. Being around people you're not used to being around. That bothers you, man. It eats at you.
And another thing too is we're so tied to each other, so to be far away when normally you're needed, you know, you still got to stay. And I think that's what happens too, is we're so tied to the res that we'll just put everything else aside, and yet, you know, you're trying to get something going out here, so it's okay if you don't leave us. You know, it's okay if you leave us for a little bit, but I think sometimes it's that, you know, you feel bad. I remember one time someone saying, like, missing funerals and missing wakes and, you know, not being there to help, you kind of feel, like, guilty, but yet, you know, you do your thing, man.
The first time I went to New York, and I spent a week in New York, 2 days into it, I was homesick. I wanted the quiet. I wanted the peace. I wanted, you know, and that's what I missed. I didn't miss the people. I just missed the land and the peace. In the city, there was no peace. That shit don't sleep, man. You're dealing with people seeing all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, this is our Sean Bozo.
I think they're kind of emotional because you know, it was a tough loss because they were
Micah. Micah is one too. Bam. He's one that he was just all over the place, and when I took him in and started showing him tricks, started showing him things, and man, he was a different person.
That was true.
He was just a different person. And I would tell him, I know what you're going through. The kids picking on him, calling him white boy.
I came there calling me Shukju and all this other stuff, and they don't even know what you're dealing with. Don't worry about it, man. I'm gonna show you some shit, all right? And I show Bam, and ever since I started showing him stuff, he just wants to learn, and he just puts in the work. And I see him give people a hard time, but he don't give me a hard time. He don't.
We had our battles, but like we also love each other at the end of the day, because.
Yeah, we've got it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say, 'cause we've got into it a couple of times, but he realized that he wasn't gonna win, and he just, we've got into it a couple of times. But that kid, he likes to work. He likes to beat them. He likes to beat other people. Once you show him, he's all for it, man. Yeah, that kid's gonna do something. Hopefully
I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully he stays out of trouble. Hopefully he stays out of trouble, because he's got a nice athletic body and an athletic mind, and he can do things.
Yeah. I remember people telling him, like, man, like, there's people that talk about you, like, they know you're going to do something, but, like, I don't know if you realize that, because there are times when he's in his head, but that was, like, 8th grade.
How old is he now?
16. He has to be a senior. Right?
Is he?
He's
with Keanu and all of them.
Yeah, he's in the same grade, so he's a senior this year. So he's growing up.
Damn. It's been 21 years since Bobo's been in the playoffs. Fuck, man. That's what's up, though. That's what's up. I like that. The young athletes. Yeah, when we go to rodeo, that's what I always tell them. I was like, you go to Navajo Nation, they got, what's his name? Derek Begay, and they got Keyshawn Whitehorse in the bull riding, Cody Jesus in the bull riding. And I remember seeing these guys. We're at rodeos with these guys, but, the Navajo Nation, they put on those rodeos, and the tribe gives and does all. That's what I tell them. How do we know we don't have a Derek Begay in here somewhere? How do we know we don't got Keyshawn Whitehorse in here somewhere? Yeah. You got to put on these shows that, not everybody wants to play basketball.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to play football. They want a rodeo, and shit, man. Might have a Tony Hawk in there or something,
LeBron James.
So I wish they would just really pour into that. But like that, people like Juan Buendia and stuff are going to come in and hopefully be that change that we need.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because there's a lot of us that like putting in the legwork, like I said, I can't see myself ever sitting in a seat in an office or anything. But like that, I can work with him. I can work with Juan, and I'll put in the legwork down here. You just do what you do from right there. And we just keep this machine moving all together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Amen, brother.
I think that's like a good point to end on here.
Yeah.
We're just reminiscing now. Like, I'm sure some of those kids need to hear that. It's just kind of, I'm not like trying to cut it out, but
yeah,
I think we're good. I think we can end on that point. Is the well-oiled machine needs to keep on rolling. Any last words? Like, and I'm saying, like, to the kids, to the parents, to the tribe. Any last words that you want them to hear on this? And I'm not even talking like now. I'm saying maybe somebody who comes back and listens to this way after now, later, another generation.
I'm just stressing the moving forward thing. Not sitting idle or letting negative no's stop you from doing something that you have a vision for. If it's positive and it's for the community and it's for these kids, and don't let nobody say and it just stop right there.
Yeah.
Just keep moving forward. And then even not only with that, but like, what we talked about with the tribe and politics and everything, let's just keep moving forward and not be satisfied with what we have. Let's get more, not so much money, but knowledge and just respect and all that. Keep moving forward and get more, and just man, try to be nice as you can to each other. It's hard sometimes, you know. It's hard, you know. And that's the one thing, is that pride, you know. It'll get you all mad. I can't stand him. He said this, he said that, he did this, did that. I'll never forgive it. You know, put that pride to the side and just let's keep moving forward, keep the machine moving. That's all, you know. That's all I gotta say is just let's be kind and let's just get this shit going, man. Let's all work together just to be better people and improve in so many ways. Not just one, not just two, but everything. Economically, everything. Let's just get better. That's what I want to see from the tribe. That's what I want to see from my people, from my Humachko. That's what I want to see right there. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. Just let's keep moving, boys, girls. Let's go.
Yes.
I would just say don't get caught up in going with the motion. Like sometimes you gotta like go against that. Sometimes you have to like be able to think outside the box. Sometimes you gotta be just willing to try something new. But like it doesn't stop. So when we get stuck in that motion, sometimes maybe it's our mentality, or you know, maybe we've been brainwashed with what we're watching on YouTube or TV. But like, you know, like be willing to you know, be original. There's a lot of stuff that we could be tapping into, but you know, when we got a poor self-esteem, or we're not, you know, confident, you know, that harms us. But you know, it's a long journey. So you know, if you haven't learned that yet, you know, just figure it out, and you know, if you get to see tomorrow, then just keep going. But just don't get stuck in the motion of it. Lost in the sauce. That's all I gotta say. This is a good talk. Yeah, a lot of stuff we covered.
What I've taken away from this is that sometimes the best investment can be people. I think I'm learning that, and I feel like if anybody's out there listening, and you feel like you want to contribute to your community, like these two gentlemen are doing, sometimes it doesn't cost a dime, just maybe a little bit of your time. Yeah. So if anybody's interested, you can reach out to us, reach out to either one of these gentlemen here. Help the kids. I think investment in the kids, investment in our community is where the real money should be going. The bulk should be reinvestment in ourselves and our community, and positive reinforcement, positive activities, and positive options. You know, we need to provide the path to success for all of us, and we can only get it there together. And I like what I hear from you too. It really makes me proud to be part of the same tribe, and to know you guys as people I know, as friends, and as coaches. And I just hope that somebody out there, and Juan, if you're listening, hold tight, and we're waiting for you.
Yes, sir.
And anybody else, is like you said, that we could have the greats out there somewhere. If you're listening, help your fellow man, your community, your elders, your kids. And the more help you get, it sounds to me from these two gentlemen that you'll get paid in so much more than just money. But I don't know what you can call it, but it's you get a return when you invest in something positive. And it sounds like this is all positive. So I just hope somebody's taking something from this today. If you're listening, and keep fighting for our future. everybody's future, because can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. This is another episode of the Natives in America podcast right here on the Reservation Radio Network. And again, it's me, your host, Benjamin Juan, my co-host, Sky Antone, and our special guest today is Jayson Juan.
What up, what up, what up?
Thanks
Talk
for
to y'all
listening.
later.
Peace.
Peace.